Ladies and gentlemen, one last time, these are the champions and this is the Champions League. Join me in the final event of the Champions League Inline as we go into the final race of the Champions League and the final major race, excluding the upcoming ITA Cup before the World Championships. Hello to all, welcome to the stream and to the final. So, before we start, we're gonna, as always, look at our participants. Right now, the scheduled lineup would be Trivelato, Swaxon, Miru, Leo, Tuanu, and Yubi. However, I believe Tuanu is missing, and it would be Alder replacing him. So we're waiting on confirmation if Alder will come or not. As you can see on our screen, we have the finalists here. Once again, Yubi manages to make a final, which is very good for the German. He's been on a good form. And as we say Yubi, we can also say Trivelato, one of the surprises of the season. Never underestimate him. Since this is not Tour, and since there isn't the energy management factor in all three stages, maybe this can be his chance to compensate some lack of experience and prove his abilities. We also have Chronicle favorites Leo Falandri and Swaxon, another final for the Brit, another final for the French, who are joined by Alder. As I said, he replaces Tuanu. As always, Alder is the wild card of the final, someone that can surprise if given the time and the space, and if he's on a good day. And of course, Miru. Very looking forward to seeing what Miru can do. It's a good chance for him to try and actually win, get a medal. He's an experienced player, so I think that if we were to give chances, definitely Swax and Leo and him, not necessarily by that order, would be among the top three favorites. But like I said, Yubi, Trivelato, they've been doing quite a good season. Alder as well. These are always the non-favorites are always the ones that are less marked at the beginning of these races, which can always make a big difference. And now we're going to go into the parcours as we wait for our lobby to start soon. Let me just see if I made my bets, by the way, while I wait for the parcours to slide in. I did. It's good. That's actually good. As we wait for the parcours to slide in, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about these stages as we wait for the first one to start, which is Abezzo Montecatini Terme. I hope I'm spelling that well. Then we have Pezenas Mont Aigual, something like that, and Bourg-Saint-Maurice Alpe d'Huez. The first stage is your typical mass sprint. There is indeed an elevation peaking at 47 kilometers of the actual stage. Let's keep in mind that the sprinters are below the 70 flat. So one could say that you would need to not only have the sprinting skill, but also use your helpers in a proper way, do a good train, get your actual space, timing, and position all at once. So if all goes well, we're actually waiting on a good sprint, a sprint where you need to know the basics of it. The road in the actual final of the stage is wide. There's a few small turns around 3.5 to go, but as I said, after that, the actual ending of the stage is straight and is wide. Stage 2, we have your typical mountain hill stage, or hilly mountain stage if you prefer. There's a lot of hilly terrain and a few climbs before the actual final summit. There's an interesting wind section on the plateau of the intermediate sprint. If you're watching, you'll see it here, kilometer 137, if I can see correctly. It will be interesting to see if anyone can try. It's not a huge section, not two huge sections, but there's a sprint in the middle, which might mean some sort of gap. some sort of attacks. This might be an interesting section of the race. The final one is the same done in the actual real Tour de France. So it remains to be seen if it will be hard enough to make a big selection, because it's not a red stage. But you might be able to pick someone to win this stage. Might be actually capable of trying something different here, and if so, if that is the case, it might be interesting. Of course, it's a very long stage, as you can see. It's actually 229 kilometers, unlike the first one, which is 151. So energy management for the actual stage will be important. Stage 3, we all know Alpe d'Huez. As you can see, there's a lot of toughness in every single climb to come in this stage. I don't think there's anything else to say here. It's going to be a gruesome stage. It's going to be carnage, and we hope for an actual big mountain battle with attacks, possibly with gaps. Also, a little note that the penultimate Alp is actual tactical, I'm being said, which this should be interesting to see. And then we have that very well-known Alpe d'Huez climb, where you're definitely going to need to have saved enough energy to make it work. In the meanwhile, let's not forget that while all of this is happening, while you need to manage your energy for the stage, or you'll need to pass all of these climbs, all of these intermediate sprints, in all of the stages actually, this is inline, not tour, so every single point counts. And even if the scale for the KOM and intermediate sprint isn't major, it might be very decisive in the end if we have 2 or 3 people performing very similarly on the road. So this might be a decisive factor, and that's why it is inline, because every single point matters. So let me just check on our lobby if we have any progress. Not yet. Tonight I'm joined by Ilianissimo Frabo, and I think at some point Francesco Grassi. Hello, Frabo.
Hi.
Are you seeing these parkours?
No.
You can always look at the stream if you want to see them.
Okay. Yes. There is this.
Well, George, the thing is, and hello everyone to the chat, Piero, George. Well, the thing is, George, I don't recon the stages I actually play, but as a commentator, and when it's inline final, I actually like to know the stages I'm not going to play because it's part of my job. So I
Yes.
don't really.
How much do you have for this job?
How much am I paid? Millions. Why?
Okay. Me too.
I mean, it's a very big fat deal. I don't want to enter in details, but let's just say my bank account has been growing for the last year or two. No, George. It's not that. It's not that I'm not doing recon for these stages. I'm getting the information needed as a commentator. I did not turn on my game, and I didn't go there myself. I have a road book as a commentator. Okay, that is given to me by our amazing director, IMA. So obviously, I'm being given the roadbook to explain the stages to the people. I don't go in there. I don't try them. I don't try them to myself when I play because I'm a lazy fuck. So I don't think it would make any sense for me to try them as a commentator as well. Frabo, let me know when you're seeing the stages.
Quite a payaso because you are playing 10 trials finals without trying them.
Yes. I mean, I think that just makes me a consistent person because I don't try any kind of stages. Why would I try time trials and individual time trials when I don't even like them?
Yes, but you are in final.
So, I'm still a lazy fuck. That doesn't change anything. Yeah, Piero, it actually seems to be very, very interesting. And I'm actually looking forward to seeing what happens in there. But for now, we have the first one, which has all the ingredients to finish in a mass sprint. Bravo. There's an intermediate sprint and a KOM, but in the grand scheme of things, and it's just the first stage, these don't really matter a lot, do you think?
Would be on the breakaway. 78 sprint.
I'm having trouble listening, Frabo.
What the?
I'm not listening to you very well. The sound is failing.
Also now?
This terrain is fairly
A
level,
bit better,
so it's
you were
ideal
saying?
ground for those who are
I
good
think the
on the flat.
78 sprint will go in the breakaway.
Uh, should we expect to see the 79 mountain as well, for example?
Also the 83.
Watch
The
out,
83
the
as
team
well
leader
as a
is falling
possibility.
behind.
Alright, let me just join the actual stream, not the PCM Italy one, I'm already there to see. Okay, we have started. Let's see who decides to go into the actual break. This is technically a little bit of false flat because there's the uphills here and there. Would you attack from the start as soon as the terrain elevates a little bit? Trouble?
For me, we don't have. For me, of course, the 85 sprint is the favorite, but also you know it.
Do you think that there's enough room
Attack
in the
from a rider.
stage after that climb for him if he drops for him to get back and do the sprint?
It won't be.
Sorry, what? I'm having technical issues with your sound.
I think he won't be dropped
All right.
by anyone.
A courageous rider is looking to break away.
In theory, I expect the same. We have Yubi attacking with 3 men, and let's see, the 83 flat is one, the other one is 83 mountain, and who's the other one? The 70. I didn't even see the last one, Emma. Can you show the last one again? Is it the cobbles? I didn't see. Or the puncher. Oh, it's the cobbles, yes. Isn't it? Probably. Okay. 3-man break. Of all the people, I expected Yubi to be probably the first one to try. Yeah, Piero, I completely agree. As the route book stated himself, and as Emma told me, energy management will be very important in all the stages, particularly in the other two, especially in the longest one, the second, the mountain one, obviously. But quite interested to see that second stage as well because it's long. There's a lot to manage there, but there's also a lot of points during the middle of it. So we have a further break established now. I think everyone is here. I see Alder, I see Swaxon, Trive, Yubi, Leo. I think is here as well. Trying to. He's the All right.
For you, with which rider will the players try to win the mountain sprint? The 83 mountain of the puncher?
Falling behind. A team leader is falling behind.
I would need to see the profile of the climb, but it's always, to me, obviously, if the climb allows it and it looks like it, I would always try to get the puncher up there because he definitely has the actual acceleration and sprint to take it. Okay, I'm having some indications. Wow, I think the only 85 sprinter in the race. Oh no, Alder only has the 85 sprinters. Swaxon has both. So right now I'm getting the information of who has who in the roster. Curious why Alder only has one. Interesting choice, probably. Do you think of any explanation for it? So if I'm understanding, if I'm understanding this correctly, I mean, Alder only has the 85 one. It's what you're saying. Wow, that's weird. Why wouldn't he take the 78 one? Probably. Any thoughts on this?
I think he did a misclick on the roster.
This might be the case, although he's not asking for a re. And so far, we have everyone else with both sprinters. So, kind of surprised with the choice. Might have been a mistake, but I don't see a request for a re, so wondering what's that all about. Yeah, Piero. I mean, I'm trying to look for something else, but there's no other possible explanation other than he made a mistake there. Hello, who joins?
Hi guys, it's Francesco.
Oh, Francesco, I thought you were coming in a second. Good to have you here. Are you hyped for the inline
Well,
final? Mate?
I thought it, but I had a favorable unfolding of events, so I'm here.
So you were celebrating and got drunk after Ferrari did a 1-2. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I went drinking with my grandma.
Okay, that's an odd choice, but I guess it works.
Yeah. That's
You are lucky.
an Italian thing, drinking with your granddad or grandma.
Okay. Looking at this stage, we were already discussing a few things.
Well, I think this climb
The main one
is
here is I'm
He's
sorry to
trying to
interrupt
take
you
the
because the
line by
first thing I
himself.
want to ask you is the main thing we were talking about is Alder is the only person to only have taken one sprint, and it was the 85 one. The only explanation we can find is mistake, but he did not ask for a re, so
no, probably he didn't do a mistake. He is probably trying to make the 85 sprint surviving this climb. And to be fair, I think he can because the climb isn't so hard. Right now, Leo is trying to make the pace as hard as he can. I think to drop Alder sprinter. As I see in the profile, next part of the climb is the hardest one, even if
yeah.
percentages
it's,
are not that hard.
Yeah, but it's around less than 2 kilometers, 1.7 if I saw correctly. So there's all the
Yeah,
ingredients
Well,
for
the
the
sprint is
sprinters to
going.
pass.
yeah.
What is an option?
I
Wait,
think he's
KOM,
going to
KOM.
survive. I think he's probably going to survive.
Let's see
In the
who takes
meantime,
KOM.
KOM,
It's
yeah,
gonna be Car. It's gonna be Car, followed by Alder, and I
Swag.
did not see.
It's
The third
Swag
is
winning the
Miru.
KOM.
Yeah, followed by Alder and Miru. If
And
that scale is correct,
Alder kept is 85 sprinter for
so
now, by now. So he's now the main favorite. I can say because the route to the finish right now is yeah,
well, but
way
everyone
easier.
else has the 85 sprinter as well, so he's not the only favorite.
Oh, okay. I understood he
No,
was the only
he
one.
didn't take the 78 one.
Ah,
He's
he
the only one
didn't.
not.
Oh,
He didn't.
okay,
He's the only
okay.
one not to take.
So
So I think that's why
so
we're saying
that's
that
It's
that
a
can only be a
mistake.
mistake.
So
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
no other
it's
motivation.
definitely a mistake. I
for sure,
think
for
he
sure.
thought the stage was harder than anticipated, but
Yeah, no.
the climb we faced was not so hard.
Yeah, it isn't that hard,
So
and the proof is that everyone kept their actual sprinter.
yeah, and he probably should have paced the climb hard. No, wait, Gaviria. Oh,
Devis, Molano, Devis.
Oh wait, there is
Show me
Molano.
Devis,
Gaviria. Show me
Devis.
Gaviria.
EMEA correcting. EMEA saying that Molano is there, so everything is
No,
correct.
Gaviria.
Talking about
Gaviria is the 85 sprinter, so he has it.
No, he did.
Gaviria is the
Yes, we
85
were
sprinter.
thinking he did not have the 78. He was the only one, but he has it.
Ah, okay, but
Watch
he
out.
has it,
There are a few riders
so
in trouble
Yeah,
at the
all
back.
good. All right, thank you,
no
EMEA.
problem. So it's
EMEA
all
was saying that he would like to add that there's also a question of stages, which is a good point. Different type of stages interpret slopes differently. So, for example, a 6% on green is not the same as 6% on a red.
true. Also because the pace will be always less hard on sprinter stages because everyone will try to keep the sprinter in the safest way as possible. Because in the sprint, having bars is important because you know the main thing in a sprint is surely positioning, but having more bars than the others
Let's
can
talk about
allow
the
you
lack
to
of.
sprint a bit sooner. a bit
Let's
sooner
talk
than the
about the
others.
lack of flat of these sprinters. To add to your point, since they have a more reduced flat, it makes
Yeah,
the use of your helper, the positioning, and the timing all very much more important.
exactly,
Isn't that right?
exactly. That was the point when I realized the database, and I feel like work, even if this will be probably the only pure sprints we are going to see in this Champions League. But I feel like there was another green stage for sprinters, and it was in the first round tour, and it actually worked because positioning in the final kilometers, which were hilly, so there were some small climbs and some
Quick
it wasn't
update
so
here.
completely flat.
Quick update here from the radio tour.
Yeah.
Miru is the only person with the 78 sprinter in the break, so he might have a big advantage for this intermediate sprint if the
Yeah.
break survives, which seems very good for now.
Yeah, I think so. Even also because it's basically downhill and then less than 10
That's half
kilometers
the race
flat.
done.
Oh,
There
So
should be
you
a lot more
can
movement from
Yubi
now on
also
in.
has his sprinter there. The information is
Oh,
coming, so
he's
there
racing.
there are two 78 sprinters. I'm just calling it as I'm told, so don't burn me, burn the director.
Oh, never. No, never. We can't.
Oh man, no, seriously speaking. It's 18 kilometers, it's 57 seconds, and it's very propitious terrain for those pulling in the brake right now. So
Oh,
we do expect the brake to be the ones fighting for this sprint,
the
right?
break is
Oh,
about.
In the meantime, the brake broke
yeah,
because
I
Alder
believe it was the
make a
usual.
gap.
Yeah, yeah, I believe it was the usual problem of people are working and others don't know that they should actually not
Yeah,
let gaps open.
yeah, that's true. I think
But
that's one of the most annoying things
it is,
because
it is. It's extremely
if you
fucking
are
annoying.
not working, you at least should not make gaps because you're ruining
I mean,
races for the others.
yeah, I mean, if you're wheel sucking, at least be good at it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man.
Swag is bottom of the group of the break. He's trying to probably keep more energies to trying to anticipate the sprint because he hasn't the sprinter in the break, if I'm correct.
Yeah, only
Yeah.
Yubi and Miro have the
Yeah,
78 one.
so I think when you don't have the sprinter, you have to try for a longer thing. At, but I don't know now if this can succeed because you have two players who are working for the sprinter. So I don't know.
5.7 to go. At some point, trains will be starting to move, but for now, Miru and Yubi extremely dedicated to
Yeah.
making sure they reach the actual sprint. And there we go. The trains are moving now. We have Yubi on the left. Oh no, is that Leo on the left? I believe.
Oh, it's Triolaton. It's Ubi on the
Oh,
left.
it's Yubi.
Leo
I
hasn't
was right.
got men in the break.
Yeah, okay. Yubi on the left, Trivia on the
Miro
right,
is
and there we
launching,
go. Sprint is launched. Trivia goes on first. Let's see if he got the timing. Miru now going on the inside,
and
and it's
it's
gonna be for
probably
Sans. It's
Miru.
gonna be for
Probably
Sans,
Miru
and it's
winning the
Miru.
Yes, me.
sprint.
Yubi
Miru
is
winning the
second,
sprint ahead of
and
Burgart and Kara.
as you
So
said, and well, Swaxon actually doing a good job since it
yeah.
was hard for him to beat the sprinters, but he managed to get that third.
And now Zweg decided to start working behind because he's basically now he hasn't to work ahead because he's in a disadvantaged position. So actually, everyone was not the 78 sprinter in the break should start work behind to relay them back.
Quick look at the peloton.
If you didn't notice, you with the second, not with the sprinter, but with the, I think, with Burkhardt, that is not the sprinter.
Yeah, I did not realize that was actually focusing on the sprint itself. That's interesting, actually. But not
Falling
unusual
behind.
in
A
this
team
case.
leader is falling behind.
Um, quick
Dropped.
question though. Oh, there we go. I saw Leo.
Alder dropped an helper
I
for
saw
behind.
Leo working. I just wanted to see if anyone else besides Swaxon would be helping him, but that would be doubtful. Maybe Alder. Oh, Alder as well. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean everyone was not the sprinter ahead, so it's 4 versus 2 at the moment.
Which should make it for an easy catch of the break. Well
Yeah,
before
they already are. They have
they're on size. Yeah.
43 seconds.
Yubi,
Oh,
Yubi,
and UB
Yubi.
attacks. UB
Who
attacks.
attacks? That's
It's
a news.
Kashka, and it's with his sprinter.
That's a strange move.
That's a
That's a
very
strange
odd move.
I
Especially
think it's a
when he
good
sees.
tactics, is this.
Okay,
You think it's
explain
a
why
good
quickly.
move?
Of course.
Explain why quickly.
Yeah.
Because now he can use all his men in front. Leo, by the way, is going to.
Well, Leo now is going to move, and I feel like everyone will move now. So probably
But
that
Swaxon says
opened the
denied,
gates.
and he's gonna close it. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's gonna close
that
it.
that attack opened the
Open the
gates
gates.
to
Yeah,
everyone.
for sure.
So the break has been relayed back now. 56 kilometers to go.
I mean, Frabo Piero saying it was a good move. Maybe so, but with the stats of the sprinter, I probably wouldn't have gone for the attack itself
There's
when
a
the
few
break
riders
was
jockeying for
definitely about to
position
be
at the
closed.
front.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And it could have made sense, but
In a different scenario, for sure.
the fact is everyone should have been asleep in the
Yeah.
group.
Which in a final it didn't happen, but sometimes
Yeah,
it could
it's
be the
difficult
case.
to happen.
But
And
when we
Ubi
are
goes
at the,
again.
oh, UP again, and Trivelato
Trivelato.
follows.
Yeah,
Trivelato follows.
and now
30 to
Zwag
go.
too.
And
So they're
Swaxon takes
trying
the
to
format.
do something different from the sprint.
Definitely, they're trying to catch people
And
with their.
probably Alder attacked with this. Okay, Leo, I had with this full team, and now let's see what happens because it's Miru trying to
Miro
close.
desperately trying to close it because he's at deficit here, but he's gonna close it real quick.
Yeah, it's
26.7
going
to go,
close.
and we're back to the start with everyone together.
I feel like we have not seen all from the attacks. I think someone will try again, but it will be difficult to as a successful attack to happen.
That's
Unless
all she
you
wrote
pull-
for Lopez. By the way, he's done for the day and about to be caught.
Yeah.
The only one I saw in an inline in very important competition.
Another attack,
Doing an
another
attack.
attack. UB attacks
Ubi
and then followed
again
by
with
Miru.
Miru.
78 sprinter for Miru. I don't know if UB takes his main one or not. No,
HK has
78.
no. Ubi has his 78. Now also
And-
Trivelato going with Leo chasing.
Watch
Oh,
out,
it's
a team leader is
Piero
falling
called it
behind.
very well. Crazy horses race, indeed. It's
There's
going
nobody out in
bananas
front,
right now.
so with less than
Flat
20
stage,
kilometers
but the
to go,
carnage
it's
is there.
beginning to look as
19.4
though
to
it's
go.
going to end in a
Everyone
mass
is trying
sprint.
to let hell break loose, but it's still holding.
In this game, in flat, you use a few bars. So actually, um,
Yeah, it doesn't
it's
cost
almost
trying.
convenient attacking because if you surprise someone, you are going to have one less opponent in your race.
We
Even if
start to see the
We've got
first
15
long
kilometers
trains
to
of
the
the
finish
day. I
line.
believe UB had a 5-man thing going on in there.
yeah,
Trivelato now in the front with 3. Swax on left side 4. 13 to go. Alders on the right.
I feel like longer trains are a bit of a disadvantage because
I truly hate to do long trains and sprints
Yeah.
with this
I
game.
usually sprint with 3 only.
Puncture.
Yeah,
Two
that's
team
what I
members.
do usually.
If I like to do-
Okay,
That's
it's a new, it's a
that's
new.
unlucky for
Puncture, but
Trivelato.
it's
He lost
Chapman,
an
so
helper.
There's now just 10
it's
kilometers
not
left.
the end of the world. Right now, Swaxon moving his 6-man train. Leo right next to him. UB, Trivelato, Miro, Alders on the right side. It's getting messy. It's 8.3 to go, and they're already working on the sprint. They will
He's
be.
taking lots of wind with this 85 sprinter right now.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting to see
Oh,
how
he's
it
the one
unfolds.
ahead. Stewart is the one ahead. Miru has a concrete advantage right now.
Positioning seems to be
That's
the main fight now.
5
Let's see who
kilometers
gets
remaining.
it.
Oh, Trivelato choking, I think.
4.6 to go. We're about to launch. We're few kilometers
Last
before
turn.
these guys launch. Last turn
this
is
is
here.
last turn,
3.5.
then 3 kilometers straight.
This is it. Yeah. last turns here, just like the road book said. And now we're gonna see the launching very
Yubi's
soon.
launching long.
Too soon, too soon, too
He's
soon.
launching
Soon,
soon. He's
that's too
launching
soon.
soon. Still
Alder
has
is
to guy. He's
following,
launching with
and I
Harper
think
now.
Alder
Darko
is
is
going to
launching.
make it.
Alder for the right side, and I think it's
No,
Leo there. And
yeah,
it's gonna be
it's
Alder.
Same
It's
it's
gonna be
moves,
Alder.
Alder
new
with
win
It's gonna be
again.
Alder.
Triolato. It's
Alder will join
Alder.
his
Second.
teammates.
And
It's
what
a
a
job well
fucking
done.
mess! Wow.
Alder winning. That's so. I mean,
Oh,
and
Yubi,
the
what did
German
you
took
do?
second and three.
What?
And
Yeah.
Swanson choked it.
Yeah,
Oh
Miru
yeah.
choked
Swaxon
because
second.
he has
Leo as well.
fifth and sixth place.
Also Swanson.
Wait, where's Leo?
Zweg took seventh.
Oh, Leo did fourth. There we go. Yeah, Swaxon definitely not doing well there.
The tail enders are still coming in.
I just want to say, I'd love to see the replay of this sprint, by the way, because this was a bit discombobulated. But Yubi definitely opening the slipstream there for everyone on his wheel.
Yeah. And still he
So
managed to do third, so
third, I believe it
not
was.
a bad result.
Mm-hmm. But this is the typical sprint. Well, not the typical, but one of the typical sprints you can try to do with a sprinter that has more flat. Here you would actually. Oh, here we go. The replay. Judy in the front, Alder there, completely getting the slipstream, passing him on the right, and then we had Leo here, but he ended up being fourth, and Trivelato still managed to be second. Wow, what it was messy, and we didn't even see Swaxton and Miru anywhere near the win.
If I may, Trivelato always tells his main problem are sprints, and here he got
Surprising
second
result
place.
here.
This may be his night.
Okay, I wanted to see the replay, and because I wanted to see
it.
yeah, but I missed it because I was looking at the other side. But I really wanted to see if Alder was on the wheel. He had his launcher there. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. So he chose a perfect moment to launch, actually. Yeah, there we go.
So that's the result, and it's quite good.
And there we go.
For Alder.
Yubi, which actually launched extremely early, ended up then going with a sprinter extremely late. So there's that.
Yeah.
Really looking at it in slow motion, you can see so many different things when you're actually used to the sprint mechanism, and I've done many, won quite a few. Can't complain of life on sprints. So we have Alder right now leading the stage. And Miro got 10 points. Germany 2, I believe it's Yubi and Swaxon 2, as we had already seen. So, yeah. And 5-2-1, Alder has 2 points, Swaxon 5, and Miro 1 for Mountain. And the other were points. There we go. So right now, this means Alder is leading the competition, followed by Trivelato and Yubi. But I believe that all hell is going to break loose on this next stage. Just see if we have any updates. Waiting at some point for the classification.
Well, it should be since Inline, since KOM and intermediate sprints points are summed to do the classification at the end.
Okay, I think here we go. Trivelato 100 points is leading because of entry points.
Yeah.
Alder is second with 100 points as he had 0 entry points opposed to Triva's 30. Leo Falandri third 65, but he had 30 entry points. Yubi fourth 55, he had 5 entry points. Swaxon fifth with 33 points, 15 entry points, and Miru last place 30 points. He had 5 only. So if you look at the stage, Alder wins the stage, but he still has to overcome because he only manages to tie with someone that had an entry points. He was a reserve, but with the first stage out of the way, are entry points going to be that decisive in the long run? Do you guys think?
I don't think so. I mean, to have, they make a difference. But you need a particular situation where everyone mix their position. So basically, you need inconsistent results from everyone to see them having a real weight, because if someone wins every stage,
Yeah,
actually
definitely.
they don't matter at
But
all.
right now, they actually give an interesting cushion of
Yeah,
conflict to Trivelato, for example, because otherwise he would be 30 points behind. He's
yeah, that's
next
true.
to Alder, and they have the 35 point both. He and Alder, the 35-point advantage on Leo, who himself only has 65 points because he had 30 entry as well.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, they probably help to create a different race situation,
yep, that's what I was
because
gonna trying to
actually
get.
you can count on having a less open classification in the early stages.
Yeah.
So actually, you have a shorter classification. No one can consider himself out, especially if he has won the semifinal. And so
But
race dynamics
right
change.
now, we see the players looking at this classification, and regardless of the two stages that are still left to play, Trivelato and Alder right now have the biggest marks on their back,
Yeah,
wouldn't you say?
yeah. I think it's too soon, because it's just someone can win the next two stages and can
Indeed.
perform well on the KOM and intermediate sprint classification, and may take the lead in an easy way. But
Greetings,
Sorry
if
Trivelato.
to
you know,
The
interrupt.
route
We
is fairly
peaked at
hilly,
sorry,
some
so there
point, I
should be
believe,
plenty of
at
action.
17 viewers. Now at 16. Thank you everyone for joining.
yeah,
The night is still far from over, and we still have a lot of carnage coming your way, especially in this stage. We
yeah.
believe this could be quite fun.
This
So
stage is very long and has many KOMs, so I expect a big fight for points, and I
the main
expect,
question here
yeah,
is energy management
Falling
because it's a
behind. A
long,
team leader is
long
falling
yeah.
stage.
behind.
You need
Uh,
to have a good energy management, and it won't be hard, because since the stage has many up and downs, it's difficult to find your rhythm, avoiding you to consume too much yellow bar.
can this stage come back to bite the less experienced players here?
What? Sorry?
If this stage can come back to bite the less experienced players.
I think so, because it's a longer one. It's very long. So when it comes to longer stages, uh, res yellow bar is easily consumed
Yeah,
when
and
there are
let's
long
not forget
distances.
that the stage ends on a massive double climb, let's
Yeah,
call it like that.
exactly. So it will be
A
important
rider
to
is looking
have
to give the pack
more
the slip.
energies, because the penultimate climb has very steep ramps, and so actually you have to avoid ending your energies too soon, because there is another one after.
79 Mountain from Yubi. Okay, that I
Yeah,
see. Trying to see who Miru has.
yeah, and I was trying to, and the road starts to narrow here,
Yeah,
so
we'll soon be on the
A
first
rider is
climb
taking
of the
his chance
day.
alone.
There's still a few kilometers left. Let's see. It's Alders now trying to join the break, but it's there. He must be careful. Oh, and he just breezes
well, he
through
passed
everyone.
everyone. He passed
Wow.
everyone.
And Yubi is chasing him also very strong, not
A
attacking but
rider just
chasing,
launched an
pacing,
attack.
trying to get him. And Swaxon joins the party, Trivelato as well.
The
No
group
Leo
was
again.
still together. Okay, now it broke.
Is it me? I don't see a Leo there. But oh, now no, he seems to be going now with two guys only.
Probably um,
No,
Leo
third guy is there. Third guy
stayed
is
in the
there. Okay,
back.
there we go. Third
Yeah, now
guy.
he's going.
Leo is the last to join. Probably not a bad decision, to be honest.
That at all. But
Uh,
probably he found himself in a bad place when the road started to narrow. So he
well,
had
as much
to
as
wait.
Grandpa Bienvenido, hello, Hushy. Hello, guys, welcome.
Ayash.
Probably not a bad decision from Leo to let everyone kill themselves in messy attacks and then just breezing in and joining.
Yeah, for sure. He's one of the most experienced players, so he act smart when he plays. And apart from
20.
some things like in tour semifinals, but that's another thing.
Well, shit happens, I guess.
Yeah, even the best
Even the bad have bad
committers
days,
mistake.
indeed.
Falling
What?
behind.
Even the bad have bad days and bad decisions.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, we're on the first climb of the day, Côte de Vaillant, 3.9 kilometers at
Curious to
4.8.
see, I believe Swaxon is trying to attack it with Carr being the puncher, correct?
I think so, and probably it's the right move because
That's
this climb
actually
is very
something I would
punchy.
do. That's something I would definitely do. Send the puncher by himself in this first climb.
Yeah,
So
this climb is
curious
very
to see.
punchy. You know, it's an easier
Emma,
climb, so
we need to see the KOM right now.
He bumps
yeah,
in the back like a greyhound.
it's 300 meters, and it's Ode
It's Lodge that
taking
takes him. I
points.
think Carr was second.
Yeah,
Hodge probably the puncher, I assume, because Milan was the 78 and Gaviria the 85. Meanwhile, I don't think anyone moved in the peloton, so we are with those two in the front, soon to be caught up by everyone else, and Leo here, interesting position for him.
there is a lot of wind right now.
Yeah, 22 wind. Right now crosswinds, but depending on
Sometimes
the
it
location.
also headwind, so
Yeah,
that
or
may
like
be,
right now it's almost.
yeah, that's something you will have to consider in the long run because this
tactical
will
decisions,
make
yeah,
you
absolutely.
consume a lot of energy mode.
Right now,
I think this stage
have
may
minutes.
be messy right now.
Definitely. But we did talk about that in the preview and even before it started, that this could actually be very messy. Particularly, for example, that intermediate sprint, there's two border zones right there.
Yeah,
And the sprint in the middle where everyone's going to be racing at high speed, this might
that's true.
open some very good gaps here, right?
Yeah, I think someone risks to be caught in
Yeah,
in a
This climb
split.
features some
if
dreadful
someone gets
percentages.
smart and decides to sprint not to win it, but to actually try and open a gap with a few riders, that could be interesting.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And I think someone will try because while everyone will kill themselves from
For
the
the actual
intermediate
sprint, yeah.
sprint, I think that may happen because it's 10, 5, and 2 points.
I don't know why, but I feel like this is something Miru and even Leo could definitely think of, even Swaxon. Maybe not the other ones, but one of these three, I would expect something of that kind.
Yeah, they are the players I would expect to do
I
something
would
like that.
definitely put my money on Miru for that, but it might not happen. We'll see.
Let's see, because Miru he's already saying that this stage will be boring. Probably, yeah, because it's long, but
No, it's long,
see.
yeah, but
Let's see.
I would not call it boring because there's a lot of KOMs there to come,
Yeah,
and a lot of stuff might actually happen, especially with the strong wind.
yeah. I mean, I love the long stages, so I don't think they are boring. I mean, they are really tactic, so I don't see how they can be considered boring because you have to be very concentrated, and when you have to be very concentrated, it's difficult to call it boring.
I've been there, and I've been in stages like that, and it's easy to say that at first, but then the actual action starts, and I think that Miru might change his mind afterwards.
Yeah, that's true.
But we'll see. I mean, we also know that Miru has his own perks, quirkinesses, and preferences like every player, so we'll see what he still thinks at the end of the stage. Should be interesting, actually.
Yeah, you know, it's like the discussion on long
hello,
or
Joe.
short stages, even in real cycling. You know, there are people who prefers short stages, and there are people who prefer long stages,
I
especially when it
suppose
comes to
that
mountain runs.
Yeah, I suppose that also depends of the actual parkour involved in the stage. To be honest,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna put 200 kilometers of desert in somewhere in the Middle East of a very flat stage, I couldn't give two fucks.
Yeah, that's true. At
So,
least,
what statement am I?
I wouldn't the stage from the first kilometer unless there is wind. If there is wind, like in the Doha World Championship in 2016, then maybe.
Okay, I have some corrections to do here from Grassy towards you. He says that there isn't people that like long or short stages. He says there is people who likes long stages and idiots. Liking short stages for a man is liking short dicks for a woman. I'm quoting Emea here.
Of course, Emma says that. Talking from experience.
I think you may agree with it.
Grassy,
And it's
some
not
failure
something
with
that
your sound.
happens often. Yeah?
Sorry, your sound was failing. What did you say? It's better now.
Well, I said I agree with him, and it's not something that happens quite often.
Wow. Hell is breaking loose at the boot instead of in the race. Joe Whiteley, what's your opinion on this? And welcome and thank you for joining.
The distance of the stage doesn't matter. It's what's within the stage that matters.
So size doesn't matter. It's what you do with it.
That's true. Also, that's also true. But when you have, now the discussion is going to be dangerously hot, I can say. But I mean, if you have dimensions, it's easier to. It's easier, you know.
Okay.
Here to make differences, and let's keep it on this.
Let's get back to serious points here, though. As I was asking Joe, and I'm now speaking seriously. We all know that the size of the stage in terms of energy will make a difference depending on the parkour, and here that's definitely the case, right, Joe?
Yeah, but there's a lot of pinch points before the main climb. There's also that intermediate sprint in the wind zone.
Yeah, a very
Making
dangerous
the zone
zone.
long. I don't think it'll make too big of a difference, but you've got to understand that the climb
Tactically,
so.
speaking by experience, I would tend to disagree because there's a sprint in the middle, and yeah, maybe nothing happens. But when people sprint, and if someone is smart enough, they could actually try and open a gap with a few riders there.
Maybe, yeah, but I think the sprint's going to be contested by the brake crew rather than the peloton.
That is also true because 3.5 minutes right now.
Depends if
What you
someone
might
doesn't
see-
decide to attack on one of the next climbs, even if it's difficult, but you know, the fact there are continuous up and downs may suggest someone to try the long range attack.
What you
Emma,
might see is
stop!
someone...
Everyone, stop, please. Emma, do you have Joe muted? People saying they can't listen to him. Joe, speak.
I'm here.
Okay, Piero, can you hear that? Oh, okay. Yeah, try and up your sound a bit, and let's all up
My
Joe because yeah,
sound's on 200%.
Okay, so I'm going to up you as well because while I am listening to you, I'm also used to listening you to very low frequencies. So I imagine for other people that are not used to it, might be hard. Back to the race we go.
Someone might try and attack during the intermediate sprint, because obviously you're going to have people focused on trying to win that intermediate sprint with the brake riders, so someone might take that opportunity to
Yes, we also
help
discussed
the
that.
peloton.
Would you try something like that?
I mean, it depends on the current situation. I think looking at the standings, maybe Swags is wanting to do something more opportunistic. Maybe
I just
Mary.
want to assure you,
Don't know.
Piero, we were only discussing cycling. Don't worry, bro. Right now,
That's true.
right
That's
now,
totally true. We are talking about fantasy
only
cycling.
Yes, only cycling, nothing more.
Indeed.
We are very innocent people, by the way.
Talking about the dimension data, and now they were a GOAT team back into
Yes.
2015.
Is it because they had dimension in their data?
Well, yeah.
I,
Associating myself from this discussion to
Okay, let's get back to
friends of
actual
Twitch.
fantasy cycling, as Grassy calls it, and very well. We have what this is E2 with Miru. I don't know who's the three guys. It's Aldous in the front of me. Thank you.
Alder going for the KOMs, yes.
Not shocked. Alder right now, as I was discussing with Grassy earlier, one of the guys that might have, I wouldn't say yet big, but a little bit of a target on his back due to him and Trivia being with 100 points after stage 1 both.
Yeah. You know, Alder is a good player because he showed it in many
I see a
competitions
rider with a
right
flat
now,
tire.
and he's
It's having a
having a
very
bit
bad
of
time.
a show in this Champions League since he already won.
For sure. He's been one of the good performances of the season in terms of players you
Yeah.
didn't expect to go so far. So it's been enjoyable to watch. A lot of
Yeah,
potential
he knows how to play, and I think he may soon become one of the ones of the players that everyone watch when play with him.
All right, and 33 seconds. So he's trying to take a few KOM points right
Can we
now.
check the rider in E3? I don't know if someone
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it
yeah.
was a Zwexon rider
That dropped.
that had a puncture.
Yeah, I thought
So
so.
It's in such
Zweg
percentages that the
who won
strongest
relay
can
again
create some gaps.
probably in the group
I
ahead.
think it was his 74 mountain guy as well, so that might be.
Yeah, and Maya, can you show us E3 for a moment while Alder goes up the climb? Okay, and Maya decided not to listen.
That
E3,
is,
E3.
yeah,
Okay, it's Gegenhardt. So he's 74 rider.
yeah. Nothing dramatic, but if the stage win goes to the group in front, that might be a crucial helper here in this.
At this point, it will be almost useful maybe to stop him because he's consuming.
As someone attacks from the peloton there, or had a move there, I believe.
Okay, Alder is
Falling
going to
behind.
take
Our team leader is falling
also those
behind.
3 points.
And
So
now we
actually,
have
he had all KOM points given in this stage. In the meantime, there is an attack in the group behind, and it's Ubi with Miru and Leo. Trivelato tries to close on them with Alder and Zweg following. So at the moment, the group is still holding together, and Leo stops his attack, and everyone stops now. So the group hasn't broke. Hasn't
Everything
broken.
seems to be more back to calm now.
Yeah,
There's
that
a
has been
breakaway in the
the
leading
first
group.
try to make the race break in the peloton. They are going at a very slow
There
pace
was an
until
attack from,
now.
I believe, Yubi
No, it
in the
was
front.
Leo. I think it was Leo.
In the front, in the
Leo.
front. Burkhardt is Yubi, I believe, right?
You say okay. Let's see
E1,
who
yeah.
is in the E1.
yeah, he
Yeah, it's
bridged up
Yubi.
Alder,
It's
he
Yubi.
bridged up
Bridge to
to
Alder,
not
correct?
Alder.
Yeah.
Yubi alone with this
No,
four
it's
rider.
him, actually.
He
Don't know
bridged
what.
up to Alder because Alder got retaken by that front group.
Ah,
So
okay.
he's now back in with his three riders.
Behind, they have stopped. So now Yubi is going to take advantage of this, obviously.
Swexon gets his fourth rider back, I believe, Gegenhardt, is it?
Yeah, he
I
came back.
believe it is
This climb is
Gegenhardt.
feared by many riders. The percentages are very high.
As he's working on the front, but presumably Darcy. Yeah,
It's
Darcy.
also, yeah.
No one else wants to work though, it seems.
Yeah, it seems that Swexon is in a
The
fight
only
with
one,
someone
At
in
least
that
not for
regard.
now. At least not for now.
Swagzone is the only one willing to work in
Leo
the group
Furlan
ahead.
will work
But
on.
Oh, Leo now.
So
now
Let's see.
Leo, but
it's
the
more of a
gap
fake
has
thing.
gone over 1
Yeah,
minute
it's
and
more just
10.
being there, controlling the pace, not actually pacing.
Yeah.
True,
Then
that's
Yubi has gone. Yubi has gone right now. I think he needs
Yubi
to.
already won 30-minute gap
Yeah. And I
with
think
four
He'll be
riders.
looking to
actually,
take. He'll be looking to take that second cut climb and the intermediate sprint,
For
Yeah.
sure.
and maybe push on for the stage run depending on the time cap.
I know he doesn't have the 83 mountain here. Who else
We're
does he
halfway
have?
to the
There's
finish
the
line. The
Yeah,
team
but
leader
he
should
has
be
6
coming more and
guy, the
more to the
puncher,
fore.
79. No, yeah, I'm just trying to find out who he left behind with his leader to help.
I feel like maybe
The puncher's there, the 79, the cobbles guy. I don't remember who's missing.
probably the 66 mountain.
Ah,
Probably
yes.
is behind.
Time trialist indeed.
Okay, so there we go. UB4 guys, minute and 40 now, which in terms of PCM 30, 40, it's stable, but let's see if it increases.
So the most interesting thing is that he has 6 minutes on the group, 6 minutes and 20.
I'd
Yeah.
like to see the stage run comes from this group, but of course, there's a lot of road left to close the gap again. 100k still to go.
Yeah, so definitely, though he has a good advantage here, first KOMs, that sprint, that's probably all we can expect from him.
Yeah, but
With these
he's-
riders, I mean.
yeah, he's pushing a serious threat, to be fair, because
He's actually getting that gap very steady and slowly increasing, and now with
Yeah. it's long way to go. But
5.4 kilometers climb, not steep, but maybe he can increase his gap here. He already dropped, obviously, his first helper.
I
But
think
he-
I think if he gets the descent after the intermediate sprint with close to a 2-minute gap, I think he'll probably take the stage route.
yeah,
If he has three riders in the descent.
by the way, now he's pacing really hard with his 79 mountain.
For
Yeah.
this, I kind of have to say that, yeah, he would definitely need to have that third rider. Can he do it? Is a big question, though.
Well, he
'Cause
has to keep.
When we think about someone like Yubi, and this is not talking bad about him, talking shit about him as a player or anything, I actually like Yubi. Not a big fan of his playstyle, but that's another thing. But he's a good guy. But we don't think of energy management. Energy management. That's not the first thing we think about when you think about Yubi,
No.
right?
yeah,
Not
that's
at all.
right. That's
Not
right.
at all. Yep. That is very, very true.
So it might be tricky to
But I
him.
mean, in a situation like this, when he's got 2.5 minutes almost for free,
Yeah,
does
that's
he
true.
really need
Yeah.
to manage?
3 minutes, it's a big
Because
advantage.
no one's going to want to work too much in this crosswind section, even though it's very low wind. They're going
Let's
to be
not
thinking.
forget,
So,
despite
The
this,
gap is 7 minutes on the peloton.
we still have a long double climb at the end. You think that he has enough gap for it?
well, if he's worked with his leader as little as possible, and he gets to the bottom of that climb with any sort of advantage without using his leader too much, then well,
Could be a perfect situation for him. Right now, that gap continues to grow, and like Joe said, pretty much for free. Let's see if they can get to some understanding now in E2.
They need to work together because otherwise the stage is gone. Also, I think probably
Indeed.
the stage will be between the ones ahead because I don't think in the peloton there will be someone trying to bridge this gap at this point.
There definitely seems to be a lack of interest towards it.
UB goes taking all the points of this sprint.
That's 1, 2, 3 for the German. Meanwhile, let's see if they can actually put coordinated work in here.
Wind is going strong right now.
Wow, yeah, because it's the border zone.
Yeah, it was at 40 kilometers and it dropped again to 18.
Naturally, we ended up not seeing the slightest of mess for the simple fact that Yubi was ahead taking the actual points of the sprint, so...
And Alder is trying to
something
force a
behind.
break in the peloton. Alder is now trying to force a break in the peloton. And Trivelato is dropped. Trivelato is dropped.
Oh, Trivelato is dropped. What is happening
But
here to him?
Alder and Ubi got an advantage on the rest of the group.
QB
Yubi-
doesn't need to do this really.
Yeah, it's
I was
Alder.
gonna say he did not, but he quickly took Alder's attack, took his wheel, and went along, and is actually now working with Brookhart as well. But Trivelato was caught with his pants down right there.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not sure
and
why Trivelato's panicking too much when there's quite a sizable descent to get back
I
on.
would say quite the inexperience right now, being shown again by him.
I don't think there's going to be too many players keen to pace him like that, but as
time
we
the
see in
brake
Well,
has broken. Brake has
Well, they
broken.
wouldn't be unkeen to because he's right now leading with 100 points. Also, remember that.
this is perfect for Hubie, and I'm pretty sure now Hubie will go on to take the stage win.
Uh, well,
And
if he does
it's a
so,
very early call, but 3 minutes. He's got
yeah,
three
but
riders. There's a massive breakup behind.
indeed. And if he
As
does this,
I haven't really been seeing too much of his
yeah,
riders.
he
I don't
has
know if
And
almost.
he's
this is the last
expended a
third
lot
of
of
the race.
bars on
Anyone
those
who is
guys,
gunning for
but
victory
it
has got
seems
to make a
promising.
move fairly soon.
If he
They
does
will have
end
to
up,
make. They will have
if
to
he,
make a strong effort to close on him. So
let's just place it like this: if he does end winning the stage, it will actually be well deserved because he actually worked for it, and no one really cared. So there's that.
yeah, that's the damn problem, I'd say.
Yeah, it was a bit naive of them to let him go.
I mean, it seems a bit. I know it's easy for us, even the more cold ones like Joy. It's very easy for us to be calling the shots here, but this seems like something really obvious that any one of us three at least
Well, I
would see
mean,
it. Right?
yeah, it's easy for us to call our shots, but when I mentioned it way before he even got an advantage
No,
of over a
exactly.
minute,
No, yeah,
it's,
but it doesn't surprise me coming
the
from
threat
you.
was always there.
But it comes to a point where even for them, it should become a bit obvious what's going on with them in their minds. What do you think, Joe? Too much overconfidence, maybe, or lack of cooperation, and then they all say "fuck
Well,
you" to each other.
three riders, some guys with four riders in that group behind, and I'm pretty certain that they're all trying to save themselves for the last two climbs. But
Perhaps saving too much for too late.
I think they
Yeah,
just assumed if they kept some energy in reserve, they'd be able to catch him in the echelon and downhill section. As
Well,
we're
now
seeing,
we have
two
Trivelato and
riders.
Leo.
But
Leo
these
is
guys,
pushing really hard.
but they're going to be down to two riders, but Hubie's still got three. So
Leo
if he
going
keeps the
down to
third guy over
quick.
the top of the climb, he's going to get a nice
Oh,
bit
and
of
Leo moves again.
Miru
But
is joined them, and Zweg is joining too. But so
it's
the Alder
it's a
behind goes
Ours
on.
completely
oh
dropped. Ours completely drops down.
Oh, Alder
oh
has dropped.
what a mess for Alder right now.
Alder is choking this stage so
Alder's got to
bad.
do some work from behind now, but it's 7 minutes. I think it's going to be impossible to close.
Yeah,
Uh, Too little, too late.
And Hubie's still got 2 minutes, even with that big pressure put on. He's kept his third guy.
Yeah, that's actually as you said, and we ended up agreeing and discussing it.
And
That was important.
and there's very little climbing now until the foot of the penultimate climb.
yeah.
But it's going down the advantage. It's already less
Geschke
than
drops
2 minutes.
though. Drops there. That could be crucial
Oh,
for Hubie.
again, energy management issue.
No, but I think he's gonna have to keep the gap anyway. So,
All right,
but
but again,
he could have waited a couple more kilometers and kept Geschke in this descent, and he would have had
Yeah.
it. But
this is why I keep insisting in that crucial point. Maybe not the best management done there.
essentially,
All right, so it's still around little bit less than 2 minutes or 2 minutes, give or take. It's not the major gap that he once had, even for the group behind. And
but he could have
think,
maintained his gap though, whilst saving the 71 items
yes,
if he kept a
yes.
punch of it. Now that he's dropped, now that the punch has dropped, I think Hubie's lead will start to deteriorate quite
Yeah, I
rapidly.
think it's definitely a changed situation now, and not for the best for the German.
I wasn't expecting him to drop his punch there, but maybe he thinks if he arrives at the foot of the climb with just the 79 mountain with like a minute advantage, he'll
79, Joe.
yeah, that's what I said. Yeah,
Oh,
79.
sorry, I understood 78. My bad. Apologies.
Well,
The
you
79
know,
guy's gonna have to do a lot more work than he did if the punch was still
We see
this moment,
corpses
everyone
all
has.
around the road, and the peloton still mighty behind.
Yeah, it's 6 minutes entered. So
Wow.
it's 4 minutes from E2, so it's big disadvantage.
It's a huge disadvantage, and Yubi actually, unsurprisingly for now in this section, maintaining a steady gap. But after this comes a small climb, and we want to see where he will be energy-wise right there.
I mean, he has to
keep
take
his
the
helpers
79
here.
mountain. Yeah, he has to keep the
Indeed.
79 mountain, otherwise he's gonna move.
But at this point, we want to believe that he will at least make it, at least until after this climb.
Well, he has to. Otherwise,
Definitely
he's
has
gonna
to.
fall.
He needs,
And the
yeah,
only
he
thing
needs
is,
to-
he's using his 79 mountain a lot more than what he would have liked to in order to keep the 74 mountain.
And now we'll see how his gap stands when everyone enters this climb. Miru, Leo Falandri, Trivolato, Swaxon. Meanwhile, Alder in no man's land, completely away from the stage.
He's attacking behind, but it's late.
Yeah,
Clearly.
I still think it's too late indeed.
And yeah, too little, too late, and it
The riders are
definitely
going
might
through a very tough portion
come
with
back to haunt them.
percentages above
But here, Leo
10%.
Falandri moves, maybe realizing that this is the place where he needs to focus now. And
He's
yeah,
going with Wexon.
Swaxon as well. The
Big
two
contenders
experienced
of last year
players.
World Cup.
The two experienced players realizing perhaps that this is a place where you need to invest right now, and Miro as well. And Miro goes
Amir is
actually.
pushing a big forcing right
It's
now.
survival of the fittest,
Miro
and
forcing the
evolution
actual
doesn't seem to
pace right
favor
now,
those in the rear.
and
There's a growing
Drop
list
the
of
others
riders left behind.
almost.
yeah, close but no
No,
cigar.
didn't get the gap, but
But no
almost.
cigar. And meanwhile, we have the leaders here of that was Leo and
It was
You-
Miru, then Ubi,
okay.
Ubi and
Oh
and
yes,
Leo.
Miro, Yubi, and Leo exactly. There you go.
Ubi
Thank
is
you.
attacking ahead and behind. Quite some results.
Emma, can you quickly show us the profile of the upcoming climbs? Final ones?
All the Luzette.
Alright.
Second
And
half.
then how many kilometers? 17, and the second one? That's a 17.9.
7 kilometers, 4.5%.
Actually, uh, might still be some time here.
I mean, Hubie's going to take a time gap into the foot of the climb, but he's going to be lower on bars for sure.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this isn't all she wrote for this stage yet for some people.
And we're assuming there's going to be good cooperation in the second group, which...
Well, now they definitely need to. Let's see if they woke up in time or not.
But for
Alder is-
Trivolato, he doesn't probably need to work because he's got his rival Alder behind.
Yeah. And Ubi
Ubi
starts
is
Col de
front.
Luzette right now.
Okay, as UV starts the final difficulties of the day, the gap is going down and down faster. Right now, 120. It was 2 minutes when the I think at the second cat when it ended, it was still around 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So there goes Trivolato.
Break, probably.
I mean, Trivolato doesn't really need to do this, to be honest.
Yeah, it's very soon right now, and the climb
He's
has
leading the
started in the finish.
classification.
He's leading the classification.
He's got Alder, who hasn't got anyone in that front group.
Yeah, is dropped. He's definitely in a position to just follow wheels on the group he is.
Yeah. He's a very offensive player, so
And
he needs
sometimes attacking just for the fuck of attacking is not gonna end up well.
Yeah, that's true. But it's the fire of inexperience. Ubi's alone in the meantime.
Yeah, Piero, I completely agree. It's definitely not over yet. It's too soon to say that. And right now, we want to see who is still gonna actually fight hard to make sure it's not over yet.
Alder got a gap from the group.
Precociously alone is Yubi right now with a 79 climber and only 48 seconds lead.
You miss the hardest part of the climb when the ramps up to 15%, if I'm not mistaken. The group has relayed back Alder right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Piero, I don't think that the 83 Manson will come back. I know he's a lot stronger, but I just think 4 minutes advantage.
Oh, the list of those left
Well,
behind
one
goes
thing is
on
for
rising.
sure.
You could say, but
One thing is for sure. I heavily doubt that it will be
The riders are in a
UB79
portion
to
above
take the win if
10%.
it's a 79 mountain guy.
yeah, they've
I
worked
doubt
well
too.
behind Trivalato's.
They worked well.
So-
There was also some random attacks by the likes of Triva that helped their cause and not UB's.
You know,
Very
now Ubi can only climb on
Wait,
his
back
own
to
pace. Now
Swaxton
stopped.
alone, Leo alone, and everyone's gonna be alone now. But these two,
Yeah,
Ubi
you can
dropped.
understand why
It's like-
Swagson's alone because he's 74 mountain took a bunch. But
Ubi
Oh, I
decided
didn't
to
notice
drop
that.
in the
Really?
meantime.
yeah, Hubie decided to drop. I wonder if he's not committing fully for the meet to
He's
Let's
committing
see.
suicide, I think.
Trivelato goes with
Too soon,
18.7
probably.
to go, very soon. But Leo actually seems to be taking the chase, and there he goes, very
Yeah.
close. It's Swaxon with
Leo
him,
and Zwexon. And
and
Miro
these
is a
two are
bit behind.
dangerous guys to be here.
Probably Miru has taken the climb a
We
bit
see the situation
slowly.
behind as well, May with the leaders.
Yeah.
These two can definitely eat Trivelato for breakfast if they get that chance. You'll be
Well,
now probably going to insist in the 83
Yeah.
leader.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility.
That's pretty much the only thing left for Yubi at this point, obviously.
But the gap won't come down so easily.
Yeah, it's not.
Still 2
And
minutes.
still 2 minutes and still and only 16 kilometers to go.
Now we are
when-
on the hardest part of the climb.
Let's see. And here is going to be decisive for all the leaders that still want
It's
to be in
not
contention.
finished. It's not finished for the 83
It's not
mountains.
over until it's
Yeah.
over. 2.7 to
Easy.
go. Steepest
They are
part of the
suffering.
climb. Trivelato
suffering.
is taking everyone with him, and now Swaxon passing to the
There are just
front.
15 kilometers left.
2.2 to go. Let's see if I doubt it, but
And Diaz is attacking.
and there we go. Yates
He got a gap.
Yates got a gap. Not really the normal attack as expected here. Just raw pace.
Trivalato's
for
chasing
Swaxon.
again.
Trivelato is chasing. Leo is
Definitely not the
using
fight
his
for
work.
Trive to place right there. Not his fight. And
Yeah.
Swaxon gets the KOM. Falandri second, Trive third, and Miri Rivera is fourth in the KOM. Not that it matters that much, but these are points, and this is Inline, and every point might come to count. The gap is still there.
Yeah, they have 1 minute and 50 on the
Still
80 minutes.
close
or
to
80
kilometers
mountains.
left.
And Yates now, Yates solo is over as everyone joins back. 148 for the group behind. Let's
And there's an
see.
attack at the
They
front.
don't
He
have
could
much
go all
time
the
to
way.
close this. There's 8.9 kilometers, but it's falling.
Triva goes. Triva tries to go.
And this is where it can be quickly closed if someone
Ubi's
tries to.
pushing. Ubi's pushing behind. I don't know. It's
Trivelato,
probably
Miro,
finished.
Swaxon, Leo Falandri, 1 minute and 20. Can they make it?
No,
It's going down.
they just stopped. They will be
It-
taken from the people behind.
And now it's going to be a battle of the leaders. Let's see, or is it?
Yeah. It will probably.
Yeah. But
Let's see.
Triva, wait.
Triva will try to attack again. I'm almost sure.
Yeah, there he
He's
goes. It's actually
attacking
Triva that attacks with his leader, and he was definitely up to
The
something,
finish
and
line
now
is
he
getting
has his
close.
79
The
in the
riders
wheels,
just passed the
carrying
5
Thomas
kilometers road
Jones.
sign.
Egan Bernal joined. There's Alders. There's Miru trying to go.
Watch
Swaxon
out,
already
the team
there
leader
with
is falling
Triva.
behind.
4.6 to go. This is a good position to be in, especially if you still have the extra helper. 4 to go. Swaxon, Triva with 2, Artles with 1, Leo, Miru with 2. I don't see Yubi. This is bad for him, but not shocked, as we said.
P at the moment. F, that F icon. He joined, and now let's see what happens because it will
Yubi
be a
here.
sprint.
Yeah, he's definitely. He doesn't seem to be
Yeah,
in the
Hubie
we'll see.
would take the last place here, I think.
Yeah, I believe as well. But let's see 1.6 to go on.
Leo is
1.5, we're going
launching.
to start wrapping up. Leo Falandri pushing in the front. In the right side, Trivelato. In the left side, Swaxon. Alder only down to 1. Can he make the difference?
Yeah,
8
thank
7
you.
Bolt
Thank
going
you.
for it. Swaxon is taking it. He's taking the fight to Leo, and he seems to have
And
it. It's
it's
Trivelato. It's
Trivelato and
Trivelato. It's
Salder.
Alder.
A
It's Alder
great
with one
victory! He
rider.
didn't
It's
overextend himself. He was
unbelievable.
certainly the smartest
My God,
today.
Alder. And Miru choked. Miru choked so hard.
Unbelievable.
Miru choked so hard.
Oh my
The riders
gosh,
bringing up
what
the
did we
rear have
just
made it
witness
through
here?
sheer willpower. This stage was a real
I
straight
mean,
sapper.
Leo, Swagson, two riders had the helper for longer, and out of the blue, it's Trivalato and Alders, whatever you want to call him, but names are valid, and the Colombian, which was down to his leader,
Yeah.
before everyone else manages to get the timing of the sprint perfectly.
I think now this will be a battle between Alder and Trivelato.
Well, it's starting to look like it for sure. It's starting. They're starting to get a massive gap here, and it seems like the fight is going to be between the Colombian and the German. Um, Swaxon scoring third. It's still losing 50 points to Alder, who was already leading, and Alder now getting the 30-point gap in the lead. Getting away from Trive, that was leading on same points. So Alder is the new leader. There we go.
Yeah.
Massive failure from Brute Swaxon and Leo Falandri. Do you agree, Joe? Are you still here?
Yeah, I mean, I still think they should have carried on relaying out front with their 79s. Because
Yeah,
if you look at the time gaps, look at the 79 mountain guys, they're basically in the same group as the 83 mountains. But because they all stopped, Alder came back obviously with his two guys. Hubie came back with his two guys, and they were able to have a sprint amongst the 79 mountains.
I think probably if I, I think Joe was saying exactly this, but I feel like if Leo and Miru and Zweg had worked with their 79, they would have kept the 83 behind because they had
Yeah,
a big advantage at the start of the last one.
that's what I was saying. We saw how long they basically stopped working,
Yeah, they
and
stopped for almost 2 kilometers. That
and
broke
even
their
then,
advantage.
they only got distance by 12 seconds. In fact,
Yeah,
actually, Miru's 79 mountain was on the same time as his leader.
yeah,
wow.
exactly.
It's just wow. That was a shocking ending, though, wasn't it? Let's forget what Joe said, and well, because it's true. But let's forget the moment where they stop working in the front. We get to a point where we have Leo and Swagson with the helper for longer. Trevor also had his, but eventually lost him, and Alder was without his helper for longer. We expected an advantage in the sprint here for the more experienced Leo and Swagson, didn't we?
Well,
Yeah,
Alder,
I think you go, Grassy.
no, sorry, go first. You
Yeah,
first.
I think they just expected to have more bars than Alder did.
Overconfidence.
And no, I just think they underestimated the bars that Lopez would have had by himself, and I
Yeah.
think that's why they were so keen to launch the sprint first.
But it's not the first time we see this, though. Someone losing the helper first and doing the massive needed management to still have enough energy to win the stage.
When you don't have the helper, especially in the situation where they didn't push so hard. So basically, until the last kilometer, Alder didn't spend so much energy because he didn't take so much wind because they were almost stopped even with the leaders. So
Yeah, I see. So it is as it is in that we finally have our GC, and Piero is a bit right. The last stage loses a tiny bit of interest, but there's still two people here in the fight, which is Alder and Trivelato. Alder 200, Trivelato 170, Leo third 100, Swaxon fourth 83, UB fifth 73, Miro last 55. Let's be real here. It's over unless you're in the top two right now. Would you say?
Yeah, it's up to them unless they commit suicide. That's all.
Yeah, that's all. And even then, they would need their opponents to not be in anywhere near the top 10. I assume it is that scores points, or top 6.
What? Sorry.
Uh, Wait, no. First rider always counts. So mathematically, there's nothing they can do. Even maybe if they won the KOM, but maybe Leo. But uh, in practice, it's between Aller and Trivo. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's definitely between them because actually, with the results, there is nothing they can do. Especially
Right.
Alder is basically safe from being overtaken by Leo. Leo has 100 points, while Alder has
Exactly.
200.
So
And
just to add to this, right now, the total of the intermediate sprints in KOM, Yubi is leading. Swaxon is second, but Yubi has a big gap, 40 to 16.
Alder
Third is
is
Alder,
third.
14. Yeah, exactly. Miru is fourth, 13. And then Trive fifth with 4 points, and Leo last with 5. So not even there, Leo has the benefit of winning those classifications. So pretty
I
much
think,
over for the French.
yeah, I think so, and I think also Triven is in a bad situation because actually, probably Alder has a bigger than 30-point advantage because actually he's third in the KOM classification, so he will get, if I'm not mistaken, 25 points.
Well, but there's the thing. He is currently third in the intermediates and KOM classification, but uh, it's a small lead. He has like one more point than Miru, and he has like two less points than
Yeah,
Swaxton.
the
So
stage will surely change things.
indeed,
Also
indeed.
because I don't think Alder and Trive will attack. And
Well, they
Trive,
shouldn't. But have you met them?
yeah, yeah. I'm not sure about Alder because Alder has never been such an offensive player, but Trive will attack for sure, and I would expect him to attack on one of the first two climbs because
Well,
he's very offensive.
I think that if Triva does that, that could be in his detriment. But let's wait and see what happens. I'll be joining you right back. Give me 2 minutes.
Yeah, I have 2 minutes. I want 2 minutes break to smoke.
All right, Joe, take it.
Sorry.
You were just given the hot potato, Joe, and Frabo as well. We'll be right back.
Do you hear me?
Okay, okay.
Because I'm with mobile.
Flabber is with the mobile screen. That's very interesting to hear. But I think this is now for Alder to defend his lead. There's only really Trivelato he has to worry about, who is 30 points behind. I think the gap is too big to anyone else really to bother. Maybe we see some more attacks being given given freedom almost, because for the likes of Miru and Swagson and Hubie, maybe their attacks are going to be seen as less important to the two leaders of Alden Trivelato.
In my
Do you
opinion, Leo will attack from the first time, from the first climb, trying to win the stage and points classification. And with this, he would still win the GC.
Potentially, yeah. I think we'll have to see what happens on this first climb. I mean, there's plenty of time for people to make their moves. Whether it's going to be on the first climb, second climb, third climb, we'll wait and see. Two intermediate sprints as well. It's going to be important for the battle for the green jersey. Who do you think is going to win then, Faber?
I think Alder will take it. And second, Leo.
Okay,
I mean, not the stage, the GC.
the GC, yeah, and Trivelato, I presume, third.
Yes.
Interesting. I think, to be honest, the GC will stay as it is. I mean, that's a boring answer, but I think Aldo will play it smart. I mean, he's as Grassi said, he's not exactly the most attacking rider, so I think he'll defend his lead. Trivelato will try, but maybe try too much and end up not taking the stage win. Leo Philandri, I think, has done a consistent race so far, but it's been just not quite good enough to get himself into the lead.
I think Leo, on the paper, Leo is the strongest, but also Miu is a typical player who does long range attacks. So who knows?
Hola, tíos.
Welcome back, Grassi.
So
We were
we're
just
starting.
discussing what our top 3 would be at the end of this stage. Frabo said that Aldo will take the GC with Leo in second and Shrivelato in third.
Yeah, I think so. I think so because for sure Trivelato will try to go for the gold medal. So basically, Leo can also try to take it, trying to recover the dead body of Trivelato during the race, because he will
Falling
try for sure.
behind. A team
So he
leader's
may
falling
have
behind.
less energy than him on final climb.
A rider just launched an
But
attack.
I see there is a lot of wind. I see there is a lot of wind, so that may change the stage.
The Hubie attack from the gun.
Will be first one to attack, and Miru is trying to keep him on striking distance.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea from you because obviously it's mostly false flat downhill to the foot of the climb.
Yeah, he won't
The
spend so much, and so he can attack.
The
He
cover
can attack
rider
on the
isn't.
climb.
Yeah, the cover rider isn't too important here, so
No, that he basically will end the stage after the first 30 kilometers.
pushing into a headwind as well. 30 headwind, 32.
Yeah, Ubi is basically killing out of his energies right now. But this wind may influence a lot the race on climbs because actually they will lose many energies. So I think this stage will definitely be a massacre at the end if you don't manage to keep your energies in the right way.
Do you think Green can finish?
No, I don't think Green can finish because the stage is there-
It's only
it's
200
short.
k's
It's a short stage until less than 2,000 kilometers. So I don't think there will be a green problem. But for sure, many will have yellow problems and blue problems because the stage has many climbs. And they're asking for Alt F what? F.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think that's pathetic, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I
literally 15 minutes.
mean that there is no really
He
a
broke from the
real
pack like a
necessity.
greyhound.
It is what it is, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
literally 15 minutes. It's pointless.
You can't really play. You can't really play only with without wind. You have to adapt to various race situation. I
And
think
to be
so.
fair, if you're leading the GC, I don't see people asking to read the stage because they want a strong headwind because it's easy.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know why we should also then read the stage because people who are lower down in the GC want to attack.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you.
I mean,
So then,
I understand the frustration of those who want to attack, but I mean, come on.
Leo
Leo
attacking now with 4 men, even if Christoph is breaking the train. They don't get a gap at the moment because it was almost downhill, but they close on Miru almost. lost onto the team. And Trivelato goes again. Now he gets a gap. I feel like they should have just waited for the climb.
Yeah, I
Especially
think they probably wanted. They've probably seen the cobble rag and thought we may as well make good use of it. You know, documents and say,
Well, you know.
Okay, as I return,
Yo.
hello guys. How's it been going?
Well, there has been an attack from Yubi in the early stages with his with 4 riders, and he's the only one who actually had an advantage until now. Until now, that Trive, Miru, and Zweg got again a gap.
Okay, so we come to a point since it's the last day, and we also like to cover all the topics before we're done. And here comes my favorite part: uncomfortable questions with the big dog. Are you guys ready?
nobody.
Of course.
Here we are
Well, you
in
must,
climber country. They're off on the
because
first
it's
slope
just
of the
part
day.
of the job, obviously. Is Leo Falandri the ultimate final
This climb
choker?
is feared by many riders. The percentages are very high.
Well, you know, last World Cup and this Champions League may say is.
No,
And
last
if-
World Cup, no.
even
No, I
though
mean-
Yeah,
even though he's getting medals, and he will probably manage to get the medal today too. So let's see.
Which is very hard right now. I mean,
he was
mathematically, I
no.
think so possible.
He was only in one final anyway, so I don't really call it a joke.
But it's another one that he loses after 3, I think, in the World Championships.
Yeah, he
so,
lost
I mean,
3 months.
It's like he lost all 3 finals in the World Cup.
I mean, in psychological terms, it must be a massive effect on your morale negatively.
No, he's a PCM player, he's not a cyclist.
Yeah, that's true.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right.
If you have the right mindset, you know that this is a game, so you just have to have fun mainly, and if you win, you win. You know.
All right.
If, for example, he
Yes, but
was
you have
finals
more
and
fun.
something in the overall in the World Cup, then yeah, you might have a point. But I don't think you will.
But you have more fun if you win or if you lose.
I think
Well,
you can definitely have fun whilst losing, but
Yeah.
I think most people take more fun in winning, obviously.
Well, I think that's what we all aim for when
Miru
playing.
is attacking with the 83 mountain.
Oh,
Miru is
that
attacking
starts
with it.
soon. Let's
I think
remember,
also
viewers.
Swag, bro. No,
Right,
probably.
Let's remember, viewers, that especially Miru, I believe, is actually mathematically out of the victory, if I recall correctly. Leo would need like a perfect storm. Swaxon as well, even though I believe it would have to be really perfect. I don't know if he's actually in contention. I would need to do all the math, but if he is, it would really need to be a perfect storm. Hard for Leo.
Leo will need that Alder don't take
Our last,
points at the
and
KOM.
he would need the stage win. He would need them to be last in the stage, and he would need to win the intermediate jerseys.
Yeah, look, there are too many.
Yeah, it's too many ifs.
to happen.
It's too many ifs, and at this point, Yubi actually has, although there is, of course, a massive points in this stage. Yubi actually has a decent lead, and I expect him to, being Yubi, try and
He's
consolidate
increasing.
that.
He will increase his lead because he was already on the attack.
Indeed. Time for some more uncomfortable questions with the big dog, because we need to get them out of the way anyway.
Alder is doing a stupid. If he attacks, he will do a stupid move.
You do know, I did say, have you met these guys before the stage started?
What?
You do know that I said, do you know these guys before the stage started?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, you do. You were saying, oh, Alder and Triva should not attack, and I said, sure, they shouldn't, but have you met them?
Okay, that's right.
I don't think Alder's the type of person to attack anyway.
Yeah, but
Alder doesn't need it.
I also wouldn't be shocked.
Miru again on the attack.
Well,
he has 1 minute now. He has 1 minute. And Zweg is the first one to react. Got a gap too. While Miru continues his action, Zweg stopped his riders to wait for his leader. Things
as I
are
was saying,
getting messy.
as we wait to see what comes out of this, a few more questions. Was that last stage played terribly by the most experienced players?
No, I
would
think
say terribly.
If Hubie wasn't in the lobby, Hubie literally brought back everyone and
Yeah.
sacrificed himself almost for Alder, in a sense. Yeah,
By the way,
if that was a different player, I think they probably just still go for those second.
by the way, if I may intervene, I
Yes, of
feel
course.
like Leo is putting himself in a dangerous position because two riders he had to watch in order to get his podium plays are gone, and
Okay, so
you know that's a bad situation for him at the moment because
right,
obviously Trive and Alder doesn't need to chase so hard.
indeed, and right now Swaxton and Miro in the front doesn't really bother the Colombian or the German. They just,
Yeah,
well, perhaps it
Miro.
bothers the German a little bit because he actually needs the points to pass
Yeah,
Alder. But
yeah,
the
that's true.
Colombian is the safest one right now.
Yeah, now Trive and Leo should maybe could form an alliance to get the point. But Leo is going, and Trive and Alder are left behind, marking themselves because even Ubi is attacking with his leader alone. If I didn't so bad,
In the Col
because
de la Madeleine, all hell is breaking loose, and we have
yeah,
Swaxton close to
The
getting
riders are going
to
through a
Miru,
very
who is
tough
in
portion with
E1,
percentages
attacking
above
full force.
10%.
And here comes Yubi.
Ubi probably have three riders on the in finish, but he will
Watch
have
out,
less
a
cars
team
than
leader is
everyone.
falling behind.
Not surprising. Definitely a point the German needs to improve if he wants
Yeah,
to get wins on the actual road.
Miru is
TT and
getting
ITT
first.
aside, of course.
Miru is
Miru
getting
takes
points
1-2.
on first time, and they have a big
Actually, 1-2.
advantage. They have a big advantage right now.
That's 1 minute and 38. Yubi and Leo are right.
Leo
Are in
with
the
They
second
both
three.
have
group.
three. They
As
both
they
have
go
three.
over
That's
the top,
crucial
the
to note.
riders
They both
breathe a
have
sigh
three
of
riders.
relief
Yeah,
and
Indeed, I
hope
was
to
I was
recover
gonna
a bit on the
actually
way
say that
down.
because they have two riders, and behind there's two riders each, and in front as well. So this might actually be uh, very favorable for them in the chase.
also because it's very likely that Miru and Zweg will lose their helpers going up to Col de la Croix de Fer. So
Mhm.
if Leo manages to keep his helpers, he will have a slight advantage for in chasing them.
Mm.
It's a nice descent for him.
There's a fifth man joining A1. Could we quickly see that? Who got his helper back?
Likely, probably Aldepel.
One.
It is. I expected as well. Just would like a confirmation. Right
Unless
now,
it's
this is a
unless it's one of the front guys getting one of
yeah.
theirs.
I actually yeah. That's why I'm curious to see. But right now, this is a terrible position for Trivelato. By the way,
Yeah,
A1,
Trivelato is in the worst
Yeah,
position.
I want to see A1 and A2.
A1 and A2 Emil. That's what we're wanting to see here. All right, so it's
Because Alder
definitely
3 has
Alder.
the
Alder with
puncher.
three
So
and Trivo
Alder
one.
gets the puncher back, and A2 is the remaining helpers, I would assume, because
Yeah,
that's Trivelato with him. Yeah, there we go. It's
Trivelato has
Swaxton's, Trivelato's, and Miru's. So
well,
this is a
that's a bad
terrible.
situation for him. Yeah,
This is a very bad position for Trivelato to be in right now.
yeah, because he has two rider. Alder has three as and he's in the perfect situation because he
Well,
will have
I
an
mean,
advantage.
Alder does work as well, to be fair.
Yeah, because let's face it, Leo Falandri here, he's not in a bad position. Yes, he still needs a lot of stuff to go into his way, and the fact that he's not in E1 is detrimental to him because of the secondary jerseys. But things are improving for the French.
Yeah, I think he will in the at this moment he can be considered the big favorite for the silver medal.
Definitely, I was going to bring that up because the podium isn't closed yet.
Yeah, yeah. Podium can still be changed even if
Dramatically, yes.
yeah, even if I think Trivelato won't go out of from podium. I'm almost sure he won't.
Yes, and I know Leo can still win, but if I recall correctly, and I've said it, you should actually correct me if I'm wrong. Not only he would need the stage win, but he will also need to get the secondary jerseys, or at least a little bit better than the other two. Correct?
And Alden needs
With
to finish
KOM,
last.
exactly.
And Alden needs to finish last, which isn't going to happen in this situation because he's being dragged along by Triple.
Yeah, it's definitely not looking like it's gonna happen. And like we said, Leo is like the only guy that mathematically can still beat those two, but he needs a lot of stuff going into his favor, and none of them is happening because he is not taking the major points in the intermediates, and Alder seems in a good position to not be last.
He's closing on them. He had Brenner coming back.
Ryan, he might actually have more points at this stage of the race.
Yeah.
Terrible position for Trivelato, and this
The
is
big
what I
problem is that
expected.
early on in the stage, there were complaints by Miro because of the wind. He wanted the stage to be read because
It's
of
in
the
such
wind.
percentages that the strongest can create some gaps.
Okie dokie then. I want a stage to be re every time something bad happens to me. Can I have that?
Well, I said that the wind would favour Alder and Trivelato defending, well, Alder defending his league if it's headwind. But, I mean, asking for it to be read just because you're on lower points and you're needing to attack,
It's ridiculous.
you can't do that.
Yeah, that's
Let's
not
just call things by its names. I mean, no. Sometimes people say, "Oh, you're a major clan." I'm not. I'm really a good guy. But someone needs to call things as they
Yeah,
are.
there's a recomponent.
All right, and as everyone is going to get back together, things get a bit more unpredictable right now.
I can see Leo attacking in the next kilometer. Well, he's doing all of it.
Well, he's actually moving now, right now.
Well, I feel like this is probably the decisive action if Miru doesn't close on him.
And let's see who actually responds quickly to it. Miro not closing it immediately.
No, Leo is going. Let's see if he goes to the finish, but they stopped, so he will get seconds on for free.
Guys, what an epic story would this be if somehow Leo actually managed to pull this off? I mean, this would be the stuff of heroes, right?
Yeah, that would be a big win, a very big win.
I mean,
But
we're not here
Alder
to
just
take
needs to will
sides.
suck.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
he needs
Yeah,
to will
Fred.
suck because if he will suck, you can have the energies to be at least second, and with the second place,
But he's chasing actually.
he's attack. He's trying to attack.
Yeah,
He's
which
probably
is
trying to drop Trigalato,
yeah, and there,
even if it's not needed,
This climb
but he
features some
did at
dreadful
it
most.
is,
percentages.
it is not needed, and he does not have any obligation to follow Leo. He just needs to defend his GC right now.
Well, now Yubi is with Trigalato. Trigalato is with Yubi, and they have already 55 seconds.
Terrible position for the Germans, but this stage would definitely favor those better at energy management and more
Yeah.
experienced. The thing is, it might be a little. It is obviously too little, too late for some, and even for Leo, a miracle is massively needed. Can he get
Leo
it?
is already alone. I think everyone will be on his own after this climb.
As I said, we're not here to root for anyone. I certainly am not. But Leo, if Leo managed to do this, oh boy, would this be awesome.
Yeah, that's right. That will be a big move.
Trivelato is very lucky. Yubi's in the same group as him.
Right
So-
now, that
they
is
stopped.
actually a good point.
They're probably trying to keep their helpers, but I don't think they will because the final part of the climb is the hardest one. And you
Remco
have
Evenpol, aka Leo Falandri, is on his own, about to win the KOM, the HC.
And we can take a moment to actually reference what Gnassi said. This is a fantasy game. Evenepoel leading a mountain race is obviously
Yes, definitely proof that dreams do not come true. At least for Remco.
Well, as much as Joe hates Remco, I hate him too. So I feel like Remco is not the favorite rider of the commentator here.
Well, let's be honest. It certainly takes some realism off when he's leading something in the mountain, doesn't
The
it?
riders are
And
going through a very
if
tough
it wasn't
portion
for
with
Coparelli,
percentages above
Avery would actually be
10%.
wearing that jersey in real life as well.
And there we
Watch out,
go.
the team leader is falling behind.
Confirmed, and as we expected, Leo Falandri takes the KOM. Nothing
He
new there.
died at the end.
A symbolic kilometer as we go through the
Big,
halfway
big
stage of the race.
undertaking by Leo, trying to turn back the tables here. Maybe a little bit too late for that. Maybe, like I said, too little, too late. But he's definitely giving all he has.
Time
And
Trivelato is 1 minute behind A2.
things going very bad for the silver medal of the German. And right now, Alder also alone.
Alder is pushing so
Alone
much.
and pushing. This is not going to end well.
He doesn't
This
want to
is
return. He doesn't want to return of Hubie, probably. And
well,
Trivelato.
Trivelato would be good for him, but can it might
Yeah,
cost him
but
too much
like
energy.
Leo is saying he doesn't need to do this.
Yeah, I'm actually reading. You don't have to do anything. You son of a bitch.
Bookman came back. Wait, mi dissocio.
That's exactly what he said, by the way. Piero, no one knows why he's chasing. It's
They're
not
heading
just
downhill,
Joe.
so
You
they've
can
got
ask
to
the
make sure to
biggest expert in the world, and the answer we'll come up with is, I told you so, and I did. So there we go. With that out of the way, 47 seconds, but Leo is alone.
Pierre, I don't actually understand why Aldo's chosen, to be honest. I mean, at first I thought he was just wanting to.
Emea, that doesn't explain it, because
Trivelato, but
yeah, if Leo wins and if he chokes, but he's gonna choke if he keeps wasting like that. If he keeps wasting his energy like that.
I mean, Aldo took out of all 3 stages to work. He took the stage where he didn't need to work.
Oh, and Swagson going now
It's a very
to
good
join
move
Leo
from Swagson.
Falandri.
He needs
That's
to get things to the other guys.
that's
I mean, Hubie again just working for working's sake. It's a bit strange.
that's a move for the podium, or at least an attempt to do so.
Alder has put himself in not a good
Alder,
position.
Alder doesn't need to do it though. He doesn't need to be that.
Alder probably realizing that Leo is actually right. Let's see.
He's
That will be in his
Miller
best interest.
against Trevelato's Bookman, so
Yes, he is.
I
And
think
right
like
now,
I like
Swagson being up there with 2 guys is also favorable for the Colombian. Just keep that in mind.
yeah. I don't know if Zweg will try to drop Leo. I don't know.
I mean,
and then
definitely
Miro
try and
attacks.
win
I was
this.
expecting that. I was expecting
There
that.
goes Miro. He'll definitely try and win the stage because he wants to get the best
behind.
possible classification out of the tournament. So if he does manage to do that, that will seal Alder's victory in the Champions League inline.
yeah, I understand Leo Flanders' frustration as well. Hubie's literally just working. I mean, I'm really concerned by this as well because
Are you guys reading the chat?
No, that's what I'm saying.
I am, and
because it's not the first time Hubie's done this whilst Trevelato's been in this video.
I understand. Not only am I reading, I understand it perfectly, and I'm obviously.
He's off on his own. The team sponsor won't
It's
be
fun,
disappointed.
it's funny, but it's frustrating if you're Leo, and I completely agree with him. What the fuck is going on?
I mean, look, he literally attacks him and stops 2 seconds later. And continues to relay for the other 2 in his wheel.
It's team play. I want to get this out of.
I don't want to start throwing that accusation.
No. I'm just asking. Well, not throwing accusations, but is this team play or is this just noobness?
Yeah, if Trivelato wasn't German, we wouldn't be considering it to team play.
Yeah.
This is not team play. This is not team play. It is a teamwork.
Okay,
no, I don't think it's nothing like that. I think it just will be trying to get the more energies as it.
Okay,
Well,
before someone burns me
as
in the
again,
steak, you know I'm just asking what anyone would want to see asked, right? Okay, thank you.
I mean, yeah, Piero, you're correct. He does have to work, but working whilst he's got 283 mountains who will certainly not work behind if they're dropped. He could have just attacked.
Well, if you want to ask my honest opinion about it is that yeah, if he wants to defend his position,
The
attacking
riders are
because
in
he
a
has two
portion above
riders and the others
10%.
one would be the more wise and obvious choice.
I feel like he will try probably to drop them on the climb.
Okay, now we
But
have
it's harder to drop an 83 mountain guy on the climb than it is to use 2 rows to drop him on the flat.
okay, now we have three veterans together in this climb with 1 minute advantage. Can this make a difference? You be still pacing like a madman, by the way. Emma, did you crash? I believe you
Maybe
did.
can crash. Tell me it's not crashed.
I am not sure. I'm waiting for a response to see if it
I
was the
think it's
or
crash, it's
just
crash.
or just the Discord.
No,
It may
that's
have crashed.
gross. That's gross.
He is online. I just don't know if his game is
Yeah, he
because
crashed. He crashed.
oh, that's terrible. Well, first of all, because it's going to delay the ending, and second of all, the race situation was actually quite
And I'm
interesting.
going to take the opportunity to message a nice message.
Two, Joe.
You'll see in check final.
Well, now Mir
Ah, okay.
will be happy.
Because Mimu said I'm a mayor and I can host and can host stream and crash at the same time.
Oh
He
my
said
god.
this.
I guess Piero saying Miru doxing EMEA finally worked. Um,
Yeah,
okay.
he's right.
Okay. I mean, people are starting to get a bit riled up, but Piero might be onto something here.
I think Mir just did an hacker attack on Enea's PC.
This is so scripted, says Trivelato. Bro, I wouldn't complain if I were you. You were in a terrible position, even though with
Now
the
the
help
one
of.
who is probably cheating the most is Alder.
Yeah, for sure. And I hope he learned with his mistake of not taking the race so offensively when he doesn't need to.
He now will think about it and he will make treasure. Also, every time a stage is repeated, it is never like the first time. So, well, I can see this will be a much more controlled race. Someone else should stream, in my opinion.
Or host, actually.
Yeah.
I'm in the bed with the mobile, so not.
Let's get
Guys,
Mattiago to stream and
guys, it's a crash. It happens even if you're not streaming. I mean, it's PCM. Let's not burn anyone in the stake. We can do that after the Champions League ends, by the way.
Ready for Ithaca.
At the moment, says Daniel Miko. Yeah, we already knew this. 30 points advantage. Yeah.
I find it hilarious how Miru, when he talks to someone who doesn't speak Spanish, he speaks in Spanish because he doesn't have the fucking ball sack to talk to them in their own language.
Well, I have to
I
check my.
kind of have to agree there. Miru, man the fuck up, speak in English. If you want to insult people, be a man about it. And what the fuck are you whining of? Even if you won the stage, you're not going to win the Champions League. At most, you can get a podium. Yes, it's annoying to have a crasher and you're in a good position, but it's not like you're going to win the gold, is it?
Yeah.
Stage 2 would have been a good place to actually do it, Miru.
Miru will claim that he can insult people better in Spanish, but that's just a load of bullshit.
Mi va lo che ti decía que iba a crashear y ahí está. No, Miro, no. Miro just saying that he had already told it's Mendes, the H champion, right? It's Mendes.
Yes.
That he had already told Mendes that it was going to crash, and there we go. When the race was won, the stage, yeah.
Hello to one and all. A
No,
mountain
Miro, no.
terrain that
Now
commands
you're just
respect,
actually
and
throwing
only a
accusations
strong man will have
in
what it
Spanish of all
takes. It's
languages
certainly
when you
not a
know most
task for the
people
weak or
are
Hijo
going
ill-prepared.
to
de puta,
understand you in
hijo de
English.
puta malparido.
There's nothing wrong in speaking Spanish, but when you're
No,
speaking
there's nothing wrong in speaking
speak
Spanish.
there's no point. It's like trying to have a
No,
conversation
I'm
with
not
Watch out! A
criticizing
team
him
leader is
because
falling
it's Spanish.
behind.
I'm criticizing him because it's a foreign language in a situation where most people don't understand him. So that's the problem.
has summed it up quite well.
And we know that he knows how to speak English. So if he wants to complain and he wants to throw accusations that make no fucking sense, can he have the actual sack and do it in English, please?
Wind is again a thing in the stage.
I find it quite disrespectful to an organization that actually has been working hard to put a tournament to just start whining, you crashed me on purpose because I was going to win when you're not even in the fight for the fucking gold.
I mean, that's a stupid accusation actually, because I don't think it's not like IMA want to decide who is going to win or not.
I mean, we know it's heat of the moment.
Farmers strictly got increased wind in last days.
Okay, so justice exists, and when the sun shines, it doesn't shine for you, Mirror.
No, but back to the commentary, as we said, Rivaldo doing a four-man attack, which is a little bit strange. He doesn't really need to do that. But...
And here we go again, trying to see how Trivalato and Alder, if they actually learn something out of this, maybe the Colombian, because Alder is actually quite a smart, fast-learning player, even if he's not that at that high level of experience. Even if he's not at that high level of experience, he can definitely learn things. Things like this are obvious to pick up quickly.
Ma come cazzo ho fatto a pareggiare, porco?
Pizza. Spaghetti.
I dropped the point in my fantasy football with Frabo. I don't know why. I don't know how.
I haven't checked the results of my F1 Fantasy League yet, but they must be disastrous.
You do Italian
There's a rider trying to break away from the bunch.
What?
You do fantasy for the Serie A.
Yeah. And okay, I probably won. Yeah, I won 3. I won 2 on 3, so that's good. I won an important match on final for third place.
Again, I need to talk about this. Why are people complaining about the wind?
Because they need to attack.
Well, sure, but it's not like nothing is bugged, nothing is wrong. It's a stage with wind.
Yeah.
There we go. It's not that hard to understand, I think.
Well,
a courageous rider is looking to break away.
Oh man, this has got to be one of the most interesting, let's call it like that. And there goes Yubi. Finals to comment.
I'll probably go in like 5 minutes time, so I'll leave you to
Well, before you go, if you can do the summary of what you've seen so far today in this Champions League final, please.
If I speak, I'm in big trouble.
Okay.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
I mean, it's funny, not you saying that, but the guy that originally said it is usually known for speaking too much. Known for speaking too much, clearly too much.
His name is Mary, I'm joking.
No, I was kidding. I didn't want to go to specific players. I was just making a joke, but that works, I guess.
The riders are
I
off
think my
onto the
prediction
first
for
uphill
this
section.
stage is I think Leo will
It's in
take
such
this one.
percentages that the strongest can create
Can
some
we
gaps.
take it, Aldo?
And I don't think he'll take silver though. I think he'll just go the bronze. But I think he will get bronze.
Is it not possible that Trivalato melts down Leo, wins the stage, and that he actually takes silver?
Well, I mean, if he carries on like what he was doing in the first part of the
Exactly.
stage, then yeah, he'll be throwing away his silver medal.
All right.
Ciao.
All right, see you, Joe. Thank you for being here, man. And then I hope to see you throwing some pipe bombs in the chat. Francesco, you still with me?
Yeah, I was checking for my results.
All right. I'm assuming they're not good because you're not saying celebrate good times. Come
Hello,
on.
I'm here. Okay, so Leo is attacking with the 79 mountain. If I'm, yeah, he or she is a 79 mountain.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, Oswaxen as well. I don't know what's going on in U1, but
Trivelato is moving with Leo. Okay, Trivelato is probably now he's doing right moves, I think.
is that Yubi in the front? Am I to expect to U1?
Yeah, no, I think it should be Miru.
Oh, Miru.
Yeah, Miru
but Yubi, yeah, there we go. It's 79, right? Yeah. Okay, so you were saying about Trivelato that he's now making some
Yeah, now
moves.
Trivelato is playing good. He had to attack, and now he has
Alder's left
Alder
alone in the
has to
peloton.
chase. Now Alder
Yeah,
has to
definitely.
chase.
And Chase, she tries to. Let's see. Definitely about to close the gap, and there we have it. Everyone is back together in that group because Alder places his 4 men there as well.
Everyone has basically the same man ahead, apart from Miru
Mirror.
and
Yubi.
Yubi. I feel
Yubi
like
with 2
Yubi
in the
will be
front.
the next one to attack, but with his leader.
Yes, that might actually be something we can
expect.
happening. Yeah, for sure.
Especially on the next part of the climb, which is very hard.
There we go, Swaxon again. Pushing hard, getting the gap.
The break hasn't got so big advantage. Alder doesn't need to chase so hard on Swagzo.
And he is doing it for some bizarre reason. Swaxon about to catch Miru, loses a domestique. That's expected, obviously.
Yeah. You know, the climb is hard and there is headwind, so he will lose.
Indeed. And actual interesting win, not just your average low win.
Yeah, Miru has already 2 riders.
Miru launches his leader. Miru launches his leader.
Okay, Miru has...
Miru launches his leader. There we go. First leader attack of the stage. 152.8 kilometers to go. First major climb. Miru is putting all the meat in the oven right
This
now.
climb is feared
Playing
by
all
many
his
riders.
chips.
Very strong right now. 29 kilometers per hour.
He's putting all his chips all in, and let's see if it pays off or not. Swaxon with his 3 men still carrying on, but now he has to extend the pace of a leader.
You see in the group who is taking the chase on his end. It's
Leo
Leo
Falandri with his leader as well.
Yeah,
Leo
for sure.
goes.
He needs it.
Yeah, he desperately needs to make a move for himself now, and he does.
Now
and
he joins.
But Swaxon actually, as expected, Swaxon having a hard time to keep up with Miru's attack because obviously Miru's fully going for it with his leader. Falandri is about to catch him.
Won't wait for him because
no, absolutely not. Swaxon isn't going to work with him for no reason. He has no reason to, and Miru needs to keep doing his race.
Yeah. Obviously, Zweg needs to spare the most energies as he can with this
Indeed.
his helper. Even he's losing. He's losing terrain from Leo.
Trivelato goes.
And Alder is chasing, and now Zweg and Yubi are in a bad position.
All hell is breaking loose
Chase.
at the end of this climb, and Miru, and then there were two for Miru. Leo Falandri standing still with his third, but he's not gonna finish the climb with him, or is he?
Two riders in the end. I'm
It
almost
has to
sure of
be.
that.
It has to be.
Yeah.
And there we go, two riders, and then there were two for Leo as well. Leo is in the one with Miru. Are these guys gonna work together? There's no reason not.
Well, I think in the end they will work because it's always better
This
to
climb features some
try
dreadful
to
percentages.
get as much advantage as you can get. Let's see, because I think Trivelato is behind attacking and probably is on his own. I don't know
Leo,
if he's in E2.
Miru actually forcing the pace at that KOM. And
Swagzone is attacking, and he's on his own. No, probably
no,
it was his helper.
I think he's pacing his helper back to his leader. Maybe.
Yeah, I think so, because it's Yates, but I didn't see
1, 2
Varus.
for Miru, 3, 4
Yeah.
for Leo, and Yates gets back to Thomas. That's 3 men for Swaxton after
Well,
climb 1.
Trivelato and Alder are in the same situation right now.
The riders will take full advantage
But
of the
they
incline to
are
get some oxygen
Alder-
into their lungs.
All
But they must
Alder
remember
needs
to
to
keep
do
their shape.
is not to panic. This is his to lose, and if he plays it well, he will not.
I think he won't lose at all because he has a too big advantage.
Exactly. All he needs to do is beat Trivelato, not be last, period. Even if Leo wins the stage, the KOM, whatever you want, I believe just not being last might be enough.
They have a big advantage, and behind, I feel like there won't be so many legs to chase them. I feel like the win can be already ahead. Can be on Miru or on Leo, unless the stage crashes again.
Indeed, and we're actually seeing it happen and unfold, and it's Yubi again putting the pace on the descent.
Yeah, so I feel like Ubi should attack on the next climb because he
No,
has
he attacked in the actual downhill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I won't comment because if I speak, I may be in big trouble.
I would like to apologize to our viewers after this moment of PCM. We will try our best. We can't make any promises for future tournaments to make sure this doesn't happen again, at least live. Thank you.
Mis huevos.
Okay, there we go. 2:15. Is this a great gap right now?
Yeah, it is, and I feel like they will keep it going on the second climb because they will they will start the climb with a big advantage, and so they can climb it in a more relaxed way, while behind, if they want to chase them, they have to go faster, and they have headwind probably on the climb, so they will end probably with the same man at the end of the climb.
Yubi now
Attack from a
going.
rider.
Yeah, and Yubi now attacks. He did the right thing, and he will try to chase with the force of 3 men.
Call to Glandon begins for a second time tonight.
Yeah, I hope for the last.
Yes, we all do. Meanwhile, Yubi keeping that third guy now in a good position to attack, and he's doing so.
Yeah, he's getting a decent gap from the one behind.
But very important here for Leo Falandri isn't just being in the front. He needs to win the KOMs right now.
And now it's Zweg. It's Zweg who is in a bad position because now he has a disadvantage, and so he needs to push. He needs to push really hard because otherwise, for him, the race has gone. Him
And Piero,
worst position, while Alder can chill because even a fourth place could suffice for him to win.
Piero right now saying finally it's not played as a normal stage, it's played with a calculator on your hand. And this is the absolute truth. Right now, everything is at stake. And there we go, Swaxon joining Yubi in the front. This is starting to look better for Leo Falandri if they could keep the gap on Tribalato and Alder. But it does not happen yet.
Look out! He's breaking away.
And Yubi responds immediately. Yeah, it's definitely a situation where we've come from everything is resolved to everything might still be up for grabs. And Yubi again forcing it, but
Three-way is attacking. Now Three-way is forcing. And Alder is stuck on his wheel.
Alder, very precautious there, taking Triva's wheel. And right now it's Hershey, always Hershey in the front, working.
They have 2 minutes and 30, so I think stage is for them.
Okay, but Leo now needs to start remembering the maths of this. He needs those KOM points, he needs those intermediate sprints, and above all, needs Alder to fail.
Alder can, even if Alder does third, and he can right now, Leo is beat, so...
Leo needs a miracle right now, and he only has half.
Yeah, and right now in the group, I feel like it should be Swag who should work or at least attack. Trive has a deficit because he has 2 riders right now.
Well, if the British wants to make podium, he certainly has to move at some point.
Yeah, but Alder is controlling the pace because he doesn't need actually to chase.
Indeed.
Yeah, he needs just to be third or fourth.
This is a good situation for him if he doesn't over-rev his energy.
Yeah, that's exactly the point. And now Swag is attacking.
And Swaxon is trying to make the move we talked about.
Reacts so fast, and they got the gap. Now they can go.
Alder immediately responding and
being the first in the group allows you to react as fast as you can. So,
Indeed, I mean there's disadvantages, but there's mighty advantages as well.
Yeah, Ubi catch them, and he has still 3 riders.
But Swaxon was moving again. I believe Swaxon was moving
Swaxon got a gap again.
Yeah, there we go. Adam Yates pulling that gap, but can he keep it?
Well,
E2 Emma?
No, I feel like from the group behind now, no one can truly escape without having too big of an effort. And it won't be...
Swaxon killing Yubi's third guy, but that's pretty much all he achieved because the gap is not sticking.
Well, now Swag is saying go because, it's right. It's not only on his interest to chase them. So,
and as we see, Miru hasn't relayed 1 single meter, so everything...
They are basically... they're going together. They're going together.
Now he's starting... He didn't relay 1 single meter, and now he's in an advantage position against Leo because he has his helper.
No, I think they are working. They are working together. They are communicating in chat, and so Leo did the climb, and now it's Miru who will work from now on. And
Miru saying that if he wanted the KOM, he would need to work for it. He did, but let's see if he actually... He doesn't. He's not going to spend the energy. He is not.
Oh, Leo just left him to Miru. Yep. So Leo is trying to probably play for the second position at this moment.
Swaxon
The
saying
riders are
I'm
going
not
through a
working
very tough
until
portion with
everyone does.
percentages above
Hell breaking
10%.
loose in the back. Disagreement starting.
Yeah, he's right. He's right because
Absolutely, because
yeah,
they've
yeah,
closed all his attempts, so he doesn't have
yeah.
to do anything else right now.
He isn't the helper for everyone, and
Even even if it cost him, even if it costs him the race. I mean, if I was in his place after trying X amount of moves and being closed, well, then do something now.
yeah, that's true. Now he has to gamble a bit, to be honest.
Piero saying, "Oh my God, keep out that mouse and keyboard away from Alder." That would actually be. Miro Helper is good for
We're
both in
into the
downhill.
downhill
It
section.
is,
The
it is,
riders can
Piero.
take a
But
breather,
had they
but they
worked
can't let their guard
together,
drop.
perhaps Hershey would have been saved for a little bit more. I mean, I don't
But
know,
you know,
but
the helper is just needed on next flat part,
yeah,
and
exactly.
one helper may suffice for them. So then they have to share the climbs and downhill. So it's right that one did the whole Glandon climb.
Swaxon desperate, yeah, yeah. Swaxon desperately urging Alder to go. He says, if it's 4 versus 2, if we all go, things
Alder
are not
doesn't need it.
easy. Yeah,
Alder doesn't need it.
things are not easy for Swaxon right now, and that's unfortunate because that's not to blame for him in this stage at least. He did what he could trying and attacking. He's been closed for no reason other than closing because no one else tried anything since. So understandable his frustration, and Alder still just lurking right there behind Yubi. That is the one actually pacing now. Very bizarre situation in this back group, to be honest. Very bizarre.
Well, behind there is no cooperation at all. That's the
Exactly.
problem.
It's very bizarre because they're not going for it, they're not working for it, which leaves
You
Alder in
know,
a position, obviously, but not guys like Swexen, for example, that were trying to make a move. And I don't know what Yubi and Trivelato are doing, to be honest.
no, neither do I. The only one playing for win are literally Leo and Miru.
Yeah, and they have the comfortable 230 gap. They like you said, and well, and Piero, I think as well. Uh, they only need that one helper in that flag section, and from there they will be good if they keep a solid gap,
Yeah,
downhill and flat.
exactly. So we are on the flat part right now. A little part of downhill left for the people behind.
There seems to be a bit of disbelief from Leo by simply allowing Miru to take the KOMs. Is that okay? It's out of my hands, even if I win. So fuck it. Let's just try and get the stage.
Gracias, Alder. A group. Peloton, please. Okay, behind it's Trivelato, Ubi, and Swagzon working,
Uh,
obviously. And
an
Alder
understanding.
obviously isn't working because he doesn't need to.
Well, he might have at some point because Amir was complaining, but I don't see it
There
happening
we
now.
go. That's
I
2/3
see
of
the
the race
tree
behind
finally
us.
getting an understanding here. It's just, the gap right now is 3 minutes. So
Red Bull takes the points
now
at the
this is good
moment.
news for Leo. This is good news for Leo.
Yeah, well, there is complete cooperation between them.
Yeah, now it is actually clear. I just remember every time we passed anyone seeing Hershey in the front, but it seemed it was like we talked later that indeed Miro was going to now carry the load, and then they'll go with their leaders in the climb.
Here we start first climb up to Alpe d'Huez.
Alpe d'Huez,
The
here we
riders are
go,
going through a
and
very tough portion with percentages
right now
above
cooperation
10%.
in the back. So the gap finally falling a little bit. But let's see if they will keep it because that's been very
Really,
tough in this group.
really a few because they have still 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's 3 minutes, and cooperation hasn't been steady here. There's also always some kind of misunderstanding in the second group.
Yeah, they arrive. They will arrive. There is no way they can. I mean,
Yeah, it's looking very good.
look at this architect, this structure. I don't know what it is, but I saw this at the start of the climb, and it's like I don't know what it's. But it's so strange. Look at this.
Yeah, I mean, right?
Falling
What
behind. A
even?
team leader is
Oh,
falling
I know what
behind.
that
Ubi's
is.
attacking. Ubi's attacking, and he's
I
breaking free from that group. And
I know what that's meant to be. Those are road rails bugged out of place. Those are railroads out of place.
Yeah.
So, cyanide movement right there.
Yeah, that's true. Now they are 10 kilometers from the end of the climb.
Oh, and Swaxon joins. Swaxon joins. Finally
Some points.
getting the opportunity he needed, but maybe too little, too late. It's almost 4 minutes now. They seem to have this in the bag.
So
It's
Pedrero is dying.
Pedrero is done, and now it's up to Miru with Errada and Evan Paul from Leo to work together to keep the gap sustainable.
Yeah, now they will share 2 kilometers of the climb each.
I can imagine the situation energy-wise not being good, for example, for Swaxon, who tried several times to break, maybe even for Yubi, who also tried a couple of things. But right now for Alder, this might be a good predicament to be in that group.
Yeah. By the way, you and Leo are acting like
The
real
riders are in a
couple in
portion above
chat.
10%.
I mean, so everything within normal, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just going to celebrate hockey.
So, great cooperation between the two Frenches or the two Spanish or whatever you want to call them, because it's a
Lovers.
duo for sure.
I'd say two lovers.
Yes, the two lovers. There we go. The Spanish and the French, very well known for their romantic relationship outside PCM. Oh man, it's so quite a good gap, almost 4 minutes. It seems to be sealed for the stage.
Yeah,
A
it's
miracle would be
definitely
needed
sealed.
here.
If there was if there was the bonus for getting to the finish on your own, like in Italian national championship,
That would be good.
actually Leo could have had a chance of totally winning. And I feel like the bonus points, according to the gap you arrive to Europe on your opponents, will be a rule that
Trivelato going with his leader. He's going alone. He's followed by Alder,
Yeah,
immediately marking his wheel.
yeah. Obviously, Alder is marking him, but Trivelato has just his
Trivelato
leadership.
pushing extremely hard right now for someone with only his leader, and Alder putting his pace, which might be a very wise choice. Yes, we're still fucking
Fine.
playing, George, because there was a fucking crash. Thank you. This
Leo
step is
took the core
Falling
category
behind. A
time.
team leader is falling
Stars
behind.
could align here for Leo Falandri if Alder by chance fucks up, but will that happen though?
That is taking points all the same. So
Yes, and right now, it's Leo very comfortable, Evan Paul, but Alder's still taking a few points, so it might be all she wrote for Leo, because he would definitely need to seal the intermediate classifications, although he did win a sprint and he might win the next
now
one. Those
should
are
wait. Now should wait for Bernal and Thomas.
Is
Because he's
Trivelato
pushing
killing?
very hard.
Is he?
He's
Yeah,
pushing very hard.
he
But-
might be killing his silver medal here.
Yeah. And especially with another climb to Alpe d'Huez waiting for them.
Exactly, and yeah, he's closing the gap. He's making it a bit smaller.
At what
Blah blah
cost?
blah. But at what cost? Because these guys are working flawless right now.
Yeah, they are playing really good. Yeah, so actually, I will say almost team play, but
All pretty
it's
legal.
cooperation.
I mean, don't worry, it's all pretty legal and everything. So, I mean,
Yeah, that's totally legal.
because they're both found themselves in a good position and decided to take their romantic relationship up into the game and cooperate.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
To a
I'm
whole new
obviously joking,
stage.
guys. I'm joking. But no, it's all legal. It's all pretty legal. I mean, they took advantage of a good situation, and since they know each other so well, because they
This
are known
time,
Alder,
to
will
good.
oh,
allow
Alder
the
is
riders to recover from
in
their
bad
earlier
place.
efforts.
Alder is in a bad place right now.
Oh,
I can see
this
this becoming quite the biggest choke.
this might have disaster written all over it, but it's still not lost to him because he's still with two guys. So it's still not the end if he manages to avoid last.
Yeah, he needs to. It depends on how
It
Leo will
depends how
perform.
Trive. It also depends on Trive because Trive definitely if he got third and if Alder completely had a terrible ending, Trivalato could still win the Champions League.
Yeah, but
Let's not forget
at the
this.
moment, oh, Alder is attacking. Alder is attacking right now.
Attack from Egan Bernal,
That's a shit move
desperately.
because this climb, this downhill doesn't allow you to
Yeah,
recover
this
bar.
is. I feel that this is not going to be good for energy, and now it's Swexen in a good position to recover some energy,
Yeah.
letting them go for it like crazy people. Desperately, the Brit needs something to happen in his favor. This might be something good for him, but nothing more than a possible third place because here seems to be the winning group: Leo Falandri and Miro.
Yeah, they will surely win the stage, but who will win? It's a mystery because probably Miru could win also.
Yeah, and the stage. No, Miro cannot. Miro can win the stage. He cannot win the Champions League.
Yeah, he can win the stage, exactly. And if he wins, Leo would won't win anymore the Champions League in line.
Wait, was asking. Trivalato still has a chance of winning gold. Yes, in fact, Trivalato is the best person after Alder to have a chance of
Patrick is
winning gold.
pushing so hard. Alder
For
is doing a stupid move, actually.
for the person, it was Max LK96. You were asking. Yes, Trivalato still has a chance of getting overall. In fact, right now the main fight is between him and Alder. Leo in the break needs a miracle, but
Now
let's be honest.
they are together and they dropped. Again, Trive tries to goes for an intermediate sprint, probably.
Did we see? Can we see
We
in
are
the front?
seeing, we are
Yeah,
seeing
there we go.
some battle.
It's what? Sorry.
We are seeing quite some battle, and they were fighting themselves,
There
trying
we
to kill
go.
each other.
Leo takes the intermediate sprint again. He needs it. The other two catch Trivalato and Swaxon actually going for that third spot in the intermediate sprint.
I can see also Swagzon getting the third place at the finish.
Let's see. That
Again,
would be
strange structures in France.
There are just 15
And
kilometers
here he
left.
goes.
Yes.
Here we go.
and 153
The
into
riders
the
are now
final
attacking
climb
the
that
final
is
climb.
nothing
Now is
more
the
than
time to dig
14.2 kilometers. It is not that long
It's in such
when
percentages
you want to
that the
recover
strongest can create
this
some
gap,
gaps.
but it's still steep. So
Yeah.
thing is, those four guys needed to cooperate if they wanted the stage, and Alter doesn't need to. So there's that.
Now Swagzon goes. Swagzon goes on the attack. And let's see
And
which takes him
this
in. And
this
it's
might It's Yubi. This might be the Brits' final chance to try and get at least a third in the stage. Yubi trying to follow behind, and now Trivalato and Alder need to catch up quickly because this can be terrible for both ambitions in GC.
yeah, they are risking so much. This
They
is very
cannot.
risky right now.
They cannot give that gap. They do not. They cannot really give that gap to anyone right now, especially Swaxon.
Alder has still the possibility of winning, but he needs not to be sixth because if he goes sixth, then Leo may have a chance.
Yeah, it's all going to come down to if that happens, if Alder gets sixth, it will all come down to KOM and intermediate sprints.
riders are
So
entering the
it will
last 10
truly be
kilometers of
an
the
inline
stage.
ending if this happens. And oh my god, what a story this would be.
Make the biggest of
The
all
biggest recovery of a final I can remember, man.
Yeah,
This would be epic.
exactly.
I would have even more respect than I already have for Leo because he's done a lot of awesome things in this game. But this would be
Yeah.
epic stuff.
Also, how the stage unfolded, that was absolutely incredible.
Yes,
So
I mean
let's see.
we went for something that seemed
Watch out, the
predictable
team
and
leader is falling
needed to see
behind.
for something dramatic where everything can still happen.
Someone has been dropped. I don't know who. Let's go behind who is attacking, and it's Ubi dropping, and Alden is
This
Oh,
is
controlling
feared
the
by many
Trivelato.
riders. The percentages
oh
are
my
very
God!
high.
Alder putting himself in a bad position. He does not need to control Trivelato only. He's putting himself in a very dangerous spot here.
I feel like Ubi will just die in the finish.
Yes, and as someone was saying in the chat, Yubi can decide this. He can, and if he dies, he might as well decide it in favor of Alder.
Yeah, because if Ubi chokes completely, then Alder with the fourth place will be sure of winning this time.
5.5 to go, 30 seconds. Geraint Thomas giving everything he has, but can he catch them?
He is
The
almost
riders
there.
are entering the last
He's
27
so
5 kilometers of the
seconds.
close.
stage.
A little bit of zoom out, Emma, because this is 4.8 to go. Geraint Thomas is almost catching the front, but can he have the energy to sustain it? And now Yubi about to be caught as we expected by Trivelato and Alder. And all hell is about to break loose, but Thomas is desperately needing to close that gap as soon as possible if he wants a word for the stage win.
He
And there we
has
go.
he got them. He got them.
Geraint Thomas is in play. Swaxton is in play for the stage win. Oh, it's gonna
That's a
be hard
big
though.
that's a
But
big
he comes from the inside. Will he have the energy though? And now Miru is
Oh,
taking the front.
he's dying. He's dying. It's
Yeah,
finished for Swagsy.
very
And
understandable.
now
I mean,
Miru is trying to force a gap, probably to Leo. No, also Miru is dead,
oh, Leo has a chance here. Leo has a good chance here if he
and
doesn't
Leo
die.
probably is there too. Leo is
Oh my
probably
God,
there too.
he
But
gets
he
the gap.
goes,
He gets the gap. He's not fully dead. He has energy. He might actually finish this. Did he save enough? Did you
yeah, he
save
did.
enough,
He
Leo
did.
Falandri? You did. You did. You're gonna win the stage. Come on. This would be epic, man.
Yeah, he gets the biggest win probably of his career.
Leo Falandri, 400 meters. 3, 2, 1. Here comes the stage win, and now we need to see everyone else
This
because Leo
win is
Falandri wins the
well
stage.
deserved. He
Everything
displayed
in
a
the open. He's
Miru
gonna
is
make
tremendous
second,
second. Swaxton's gonna make third. Oh
and
boy,
Alder
Alder
is
is
fourth.
saving his
Alder
ass.
saves the Champions
Alder
League
is
win,
the Champions League winner. Oh my God, Yubi
and he
died.
seals his win in general classification too.
Drama until the end, but Alder remained cold, perhaps a bit too much at times, but he takes the fourth place. He is the gold medalist of Inline of the Champions League. Congratulations, Alder. So, I believe I'm being told. Um, oh, wait for Alder. I am not sure, he says. Surely he must be sure. 100, 70, 50, 35. Yeah, you're sure, Emma. You're pretty sure.
I'm going
But
for a quick smoke until we have final classifications.
yeah, I'll keep the stream going. I'm seeing the replay right now in the of the delayed Twitch on Ita and Alder. Oh boy, was everyone dead! But the Colombian managed to pass Trivelato, uh, and Yubi completely died as we expected because that was very offensive on his end, and it did not end well. EMEA telling me to wait on the declaration of winning, but I believe it is more than confirmed. Let's see if I'm wrong. Oh, okay. If Leo won the intermediate jersey points, KOM and intermediate sprint, Alder actually needs to be third of KOM to win the Champions League. It is not over yet. Oh my God, can this be more dramatic than this? We're waiting for the actual intermediate and KOM points to be counted to know who wins the Champions League. Wow.
Alder won't be third. Alder won't be third in the classification.
Oh my God, Leo Folandri is going to win the Champions League, isn't he?
Yeah, he's.
Oh my God.
No, wait. Counting classification by Miko tells Alder wins with 248 points, and Leo is second with 235 points.
I'm sorry, but I do not trust Miko's classifications because he's made many mistakes in the past. That's probably correct, though, but I would prefer the organization's official counting. That actually seems correct, but I've seen Miko do. This is not me attacking Miko. It's just saying I've seen him do a few mistakes in the past when he does the math quickly. So, if Miko is correct, Alder is the Champions League winner. Leo would be second. Trivelato would still keep the podium. Miru fourth, Swaxen fifth, and Yubi last.
Yeah. Drama.
Dramatic. We're waiting for EMEA's official confirmation of the results, but this.
I feel like Miko's counts are good. To be fair.
Yeah,
I feel like
I think they are correct as well. Like I'm saying, it wasn't a knock on him. It's just that he made some mistakes in the past, and everyone does them when counting quickly. So we're really waiting for EMEA to confirm, but it seems correct, and that Alder is the new champion. Alder did not have to pace mirror. What on earth are you talking about? Provisional standings. Wait, we have the KOM points here. 24 Leo, 7 for 7 and 5 for Miro, 2 for Swaxen in this stage. Okay, so Emma doing his math because he doesn't see in the export, and he's putting the screens out there. Okay. By the way, I have on pole 1 with a 37 seconds gap to Errada, and a 57 seconds gap to Thomas, and a 145 Vavinal, 152 to Buchmann. That is Trivelato, and Kamna, that is Yubi in sixth.
the stage has made so big gaps.
Okay, export is working, I believe. Yeah, Joe, correct. If you guys are wondering what I'm talking about, there's the usual discussion on Discord about this and that. But it seems that we indeed have found the Champions League winner. We're just waiting on that confirmation. Hold on. I'm getting unrelated messages, so just give me a few seconds. I agree. I agree with that, brother. I agree with that. Okay, so Francesco, that was a dramatic ending. It seems that Aller has it. It's not confirmed yet, but wow, what a fucking drama, wasn't it?
Well, I enjoyed this stage so much.
Indeed.
That was
That
actually
was
one of the
fantastic.
best stage I saw. And we have a final classification, and
Alder
we can
is the winner.
confirm. We can confirm.
Yes. We can
So-
confirm Alder is the champion. Alder wins Inline, 248 points. Leo Falandri so close. 235 points. That's just a 13-point gap. And let's keep in mind, Leo was the one with 30 entry points. Alder had 0.
Yeah.
Third place, Trivelato, 205, takes the bronze. Then fourth, Miru, 175. Fifth, Swaxen, 151. And last place, Yubi, 116. This is the final champion of the day, Alder, taking yet another gold medal, his second, I believe. So what a fantastic performance here from Alder.
Also, the final road classification.
Indeed. So if anyone wants to come for interviews, please do. If not, let me know so we can have our final thoughts. Actually, we can start having them while we wait. Francesco, this final was just drama in the making, and it didn't seem like when the last stage started.
Yeah, I was waiting for something big happening, but I didn't think on such dramatic unfolding of events. Because actually we had Alder risking a lot of
A
losing.
lot.
Yeah,
And
he went really near to losing.
as I
But
look, actually, as I look at the classification, Alder 18, but in the stage, I believe that if he had finished, uh, not one place, but if he had lost that sprint and been in Yubi's position, or if he
yeah, he would
had
have
done,
lost.
or if he had done worse, not necessarily taking last, but not taking a better classification in the bonus points of KOM and sprints, it would have been terrible for him.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. He would have lost. He would have surely lost for a few points. And in that case, coming to something we said at the start, entry points would have been decisive because Alder
Indeed.
was the one doing the most points
And he
in
had
the
zero, and
final
he
because
was
he
the
had
only one with
0
zero. Yeah,
entry points.
yeah.
And
And you can see
so
the classification now on the stream, everyone. So this is a massive performance from the Colombian player,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. Actually, if without entry points, we should be talking about a real dominance because Leo
Exactly.
will be 40 points
205.
behind.
Yeah.
But
30.
still, entry points delivered more drama to the finish because
That
actually
that is
they
true. That
kept
is true.
they kept
And
classification more open.
and if we look at it in the end, they
They gave also maybe also Trive
Triva
would have
also.
ended with the same points of Miru. No,
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 not
25. He would marginally keep his bronze. So
yeah,
I'm trying to do the quick math. It doesn't change anything, but it definitely added to the whole drama. It didn't change in this
yeah.
stage, but it added so much to the actual drama.
I think it's a good experiment. I feel like
You feel this was successful, the experimentation of the entry points in the Champions
yeah,
League?
I feel so. I feel like this was discussed at the start, but they worked. They actually worked.
Well, it's hard to disagree after watching this stage, but there were also stages where it didn't work so much, but majority seemed to have been actually quite fun and entertaining. So, congratulations on that, because this was as good as it gets in drama. I mean, it would be very hard to get more dramatic. So, congratulations, by the way, on organizing this to
Yeah,
you and
thank
to
you.
AMA. It was very fun, very awesome. I enjoyed my participation not only as a commentator but as a player as well. I had lots of fun. Much respect to you guys. So thank you so much. That was awesome.
Yeah, thank you. I think it was a good competition. We saw some pretty good PCM moments, I think, and that was our main goal, and I feel like we accomplished that.
I mean, it was definitely fun. There was definitely drama. All the ingredients
Yo, I'm not hearing you.
Champions League. Uh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. I was saying we definitely had we had fun moments, we had dramatic moments, heartbreak, triumph, all the things you need and want to see in a tournament with the prestige of the Champions League. Man, all of that was delivered and some more. It was
Yeah.
extremely fun. There was criticism. There was people saying it was good. There's always that. There will always be that. But I think it was really successful. Congratulations, guys.
Oh, I'd say
So
this was a good warm up for our upcoming World Cup.
I think so. And I think the World Cup will be a whole different beast because obviously it's not just the champions. It doesn't
Yeah.
come just from the national championships, but it was definitely a great warm up for the World Championship, and that's definitely going to be something interesting to watch. We're going to go for podium for the Colombian national anthem to
Yeah.
greet our final champion of this Champions League, Alder. Congratulations, Alder! You are the champion. Let's go. sorry, we're back. I had a technical issue there. So this was the national anthem to congratulate our deserved winner, Alder. What a win! He had no entry points, and he still managed to uh, win this. And even with all the drama, he would have made a domination if not for entry points. Very fun that the entry points contributed for that dramatic atmosphere, but at the end, the people that played for it won it. The deserving part is always debatable. That's another story, but I think Aller had a massive win here, and congratulations to him. Francesco, final words about this Champions League?
As I said, I think that was a great tournament, and I personally think that things went how we planned to go, especially on the final mountain stages. For example, on the final mountain stages of Inline, because that stage was one that was created by EMEA with the purpose of making exactly terrain for changing everything in the general classification for inline. I feel like you can see when those small things go according to plan that the competition has actually gone as you planned. So I'm very happy how it worked, and I hope this won't be the last tournament organized by PCM ITA. So let's see. Let's see.
All right. We're waiting on the ITA Cup to start tomorrow. Then we have the World Championship. It's not like we're gonna have shortage of more drama to come in the upcoming weeks.
Yeah.
I hope everyone joins those competitions when they happen, and those not joining, watch them wherever they are streamed. As for me, it was as always a pleasure being here. I hope to be here next year. Depends on how things go. We never know the
Yeah.
future. You'll see me soon. There will always be my stream when I'm racing. There will always be IMA broadcasts in the future. I hope to see you all soon. I hope to see Francesco and Emma soon. It's always a pleasure to work with these guys.
I hope to comment with you soon too.
Thank you. All right. All right, Emma, we'll talk about that, but it seems fine. So I'll be seeing them soon and you sooner than I anticipated, and then we'll see. As always, like I said, you'll always be seeing us in PCM one way or the other. We're always around, always helping the community and everywhere we can. And we're so happy that we managed to comment on this amazing final. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the Champions League. These were the champions. We've crowned several of them, and today was Alder Day because he won the Champions League Inline, the most important and prestigious final. Congratulations, Alder. You were the champions. This was the Champions League. Good night.